Yo, 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 yo. What's good? It's your boy, the Ultimate Rage, coming back with yet another live. What up? What up? What up? What up? You are now in the no cap zone where we have a strict dress code. Knock it off with that capping nonsense. Knock it the hell off. The only cap that's allowed in the no cap zone, the thinking cap. Otherwise, miss me. Miss me, miss me, miss me, miss me, miss me, miss me, miss me with all that capping nonsense a lot of y'all love to be coming at me with. Alright? Now, before we continue, make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe, turn on the notification bell, all that good stuff. Yo, what's happening, home slice? What's happening? What's happening? Tombstone, thank you for coming through. We about to get into a good one today. Before we continue, like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. Freaking check out the Ultimate Rage Outrageous EP available on all streaming platforms. Make sure y'all are freaking checking out the Furious Styles Volume 1 mixtape available on the Discord, where we will be heading post live so we can discuss all the things going on and make things happen and make it do what it do to build the community. Also, join the Patreon, $5 a month. You get access to exclusive stuff, behind the scenes, all the music, songs that aren't available on all streaming play, all that. All right. So, we're here to talk about a current event. The current event of Marcellus Williams. Marcellus Williams, all right? Now, we've already discussed the case yesterday. All right? We went into the details of all that. You know what I'm saying? The court case and all that. But here is the thing, right? Marcellus Williams is an inmate who was convicted of a murder, and he was executed yesterday in St. Louis, or in Missouri. I don't know if it was in St. Louis. In Missouri, he was executed. Even though there were issues with the DNA. It was tainted by law enforcement who did a horrendous job. Yeah. Yes, I do know that. Unfortunately, yeah, the financial industry, horrible. That's why I do what I do, because we become a hyper-capitalist, plutocratic, oligarchical, conquistocratic, kleptocratic, gerontocratic, theocratic, techno-feudalist corporatocracy. They want to take our money, give it to the rich, to make the corporations, and make life difficult here in America. That's why America is the scam capital, the capital of the world. And we'll get into that. A little later, as we always do. But here's the thing. We're talking about Marcellus Williams today. We're talking about Marcellus Williams because I'm not sure if you're aware, but here are his last words. All praise be to Allah in every situation, because he was a devout Muslim and the religious leader at Potosi Correctional Center, the state prison south of St. Louis, which houses death row prisoners. Now check it out. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe. Hit that damn like button before I slap. Boy, here's the fact of the matter. Shit like this should show you why religion is nonsense. Because all that Allah talk that he gave, and they still killed his ass. Sorry. Game over. Better luck next time. Hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles. This is why I do what I do. This is the reason why I'm an atheist and an anti-theist. Because at the end of the day, people can believe all of that fucking Jesus talk, all that Allah talk, all that spirituality talk, all of that witchcraft nonsense, all of that freaking astrology nonsense, Jedi mind tricks, manifesting, and all that just fine. At the end of the day, you're still subject to the laws of physics. At the end of the day, you're still subject to the decisions that people make that directly affect you. If somebody decides that they want to pew you, or they want to strap you to a fucking gurney and inject things into you, all that Allah talk goes out the window. All that Jesus talk goes out the window. All those crystals don't mean shit. All those witchcraft spells that you thought were so wonderful and amazing, reciting incantations, yes, blah, 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 all that shit don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. And I know that's difficult for a lot of people to handle. I know that's difficult for a lot of people to accept. That's the reason why we have billions upon billions upon billions. The billions and billions of people around the world who subscribe to sci-fi fantasy nonsense on a constant basis. On a constant basis. That can't determine any of the things that they claim are so wonderful and amazing and so true. The things that they love to assert is so the truth. You have to believe, you have to believe, you have to believe, you have to believe, you have to believe. Okay, what did that do for Marcellus Williams? What did that do for him? What did that do for him? What did that do for him? How'd that help him exactly? So last time I checked, he's no longer with us. Last time I checked. And we see this happen on a constant basis. People love to talk about how they love the Lord, how they love Allah, how they love these sci-fi fantasy concepts, and they're super duper uber nerds. They dedicate their entire lives to these sci-fi fantasies. They think that it's super duper dope, that they love ancient Lord of the Rings or ancient Harry Potter. They think that this makes them wise and upstanding individuals. But what do we see? What do we see? What do we see? What we see is a nation full of ignorant people who are failing miserably in the math and sciences. These people are so bad at the math and sciences that we have to change our entire curricula. We have to change our entire test scheme because they are so bad at the math and the sciences. And yet they have no problem exclaiming from the high heavens how much they believe in these things and these ideas and these ideologies and how they love their favorite sci-fi fantasy ideology. But they can't demonstrate how these ideologies actually help us in any tangible, meaningful way. Why is it that prisons are chock full of these religious leaders, religious people who are so devoted to their sci-fi fantasy ideology? Why is it that they are all in prison, believing in this nonsense, and yet they committed all these crimes in the first place? Where was their Jesus, or where was their Allah, when they were out in the street, to warn them, hey, if you commit this act, you will be headed to prison, possibly never to be let out? Where was the Lord? Where was Allah? Where was Krishna? Where was Vishnu? Or whatever the fuck brand of delusional nonsense were you? Hey, Maya, what up? I hate it too. Science and religion do not go together. Not only that, people like to say, oh, they don't coincide. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. People love to talk about how much they love the Lord, but yet they do not give a damn about science at all, which is why they fail it so miserably all of the time. All the time. Which is the problem. That is at the core root of the problem. They talk about how there's this thing, this sci-fi, supernatural, super amazing being that's out there somewhere out in the whatever the fuck. They keep moving it further and further out to the point where they make up every excuse. Oh, he's outside of space and time. Oh, he's in your heart and he's in your mind and he's in your soul. And he's in this. And first of all, it's a gender. It has a gender. This thing has a gender. How the fuck do you know that? Because the question I always ask, what is it, where is it, and what is your evidence? People are so scientifically illiterate, they want to assert, well, science can't actually, penetrate, it can't actually discover, it can't detect, it can't... Okay, so if we can't detect this thing with science, then what in the hell are you using to detect it? How are you somehow communicating with this thing? How is this thing communicating with you? And why does this thing never communicate with you actual important information? Like, say, with Mr. Williams here, right? Why didn't Allah tell this dude exactly how he could get himself out of the situation? You know, stuff like that. Like, hey, here's what you can do to not just exonerate yourself, but, you know, if you are indeed innocent, here's how you can find the real perpetrator. Mackenzie, what up, what up? Welcome, come through. Thank you for coming through. Hit that like and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell because we getting into some realness right now. Things that people don't want to hear, but that they need to hear. Because this is the Socratic method in action. And for those of you who are unaware of the Socratic method, it's named after Socrates. Basically, you're asking simple, basic questions to understand what the hell people are talking about. Because, see, we live in what's called the capital, the scam capital of the world here in America, where people love to venture these ideas. They like to tell us how much they love these ideas, and they believe in these things. But every single time we ask them simple, basic questions about this stuff, they do everything possible to give us excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse as to why their ideology is not rooted in reality, why these things cannot be detected in real life in any tangible, meaningful way. They give us every excuse as to why they should believe in this delusional nonsense, and failing miserably to demonstrate to us that their ideas are indeed not delusional. And then when we use real world scenarios, such as Marcellus Williams, people want to get angry, they want to get upset, they want to get, oh no, see, you don't understand the Lord, Allahu Akbar, He works in a mysterious ways. No, it does not. No, it does not. How can something that doesn't exist work to do anything? Why is it that y'all, you theists, always got talk all day? You talkity. The Lord said this, the Lord said that, Allah said this and said that. You can't show me where exactly it is so that it can confirm and deny these claims that y'all make all day. Oh, he has these qualities. First of all, how can you say it is a he if you can't show me where it is right now? It is 2:14 p.m. Central Standard Time, September the 25th, 2024 AD. Where is it? 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 Matt, what up? What up? What up? What up? Word? Well, he told me to tell you that everybody else's God is made up except for the one that you like, because something is in some book somewhere, something. And you know everything that's in the book is true, right? Because the book is so true, because the book says it's true, therefore it's true. Therefore it's true. No. You know what I'm saying? We have this thing now. It's called the scientific method, okay? You can venture a hypothesis all you want. You can venture an assertion all you want. You can claim the things that you want to claim all you want. But at the end of the day, there are ways to test these hypotheses to determine whether or not they are actually comporting with the reality that we actually inhabit. That's how we get devices such as this, because people figured out the technology behind them, the sciences behind them, the materials behind them, and how you can put these different things together, put these different materials together so that you can actually have a device that has all these capabilities behind it. If somebody tells you, hey, build a cell phone from fucking scratch, the first thing you're not going to do is, please, Lord, please build the cell phone for me from scratch. Because guess what? Nothing will ever happen. Ever. Never. See, and this is what I'm talking about. When we're talking about real world scenarios, when we actually talk about putting these things to the test, you actually have to do the work. You actually have to do the work to understand how these things work together, understanding the nature of nature so you can manipulate that nature to create things, to discover things, to invent things. People don't just invent things by saying, hey, I'm going to grab this, I'm going to put this together, and then I'm going to put this together, and then now I have a freaking new fucking computer. You can't just do that. You have to understand all the things that need to go together and how they need to be put together. You have to develop a process for putting them together so that they actually have the qualities that you are looking for. Okay, whatever your freaking name is. Oh yeah? There's only one God? Where? Where is it? No, Matt, don't argue with this clown. Don't argue. Don't feed the trolls. Don't feed the trolls. Where is the Lord, fam? This is why we gotta have these conversations. Where is it right now? It's 2:17 p.m. Where is it? Where? Oh, there's only one God. Where? Where though? Where? You're not answering the question. Where exactly is it right now? Where? Supreme power only energy. What the hell does that mean? Demonstrate that to us right now. This supreme power only energy. Because as far as I know, all you did was come in here to talk. You should learn to not. How do I learn? If you're the one coming in here saying that there's this thing, that means you should be able to tell me. How else could I learn? You're the one that's making the claim. So if you want me to know, you should be able to show me. Oh, I'm full of it. Funny. That's called projection. Yeah, get the fuck on somewhere. Bye. Nice try. See, this is what you theists do. Y'all come in here. Y'all blah, 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 talk. Somebody asks you a simple question. Where's this guy? Oh, there's only one guy. Where? Look how you don't answer it at all. Didn't answer it at all. Yeah, he came through with the giant cap. You know those giant caps that's become popular nowadays? Fools coming up in here rocking that shit thinking they swaggy. Thinking they super swaggy with the giant cap in the no cap zone. Crazy. But see, this is exactly the problem, right? Why is something so simple? I mean, we're talking about supposedly the super duper uber being, the super duper uber intelligence, the grand developer, the grand fucking program developer in the sky. So, if this thing was so real and y'all claim that y'all know that it's so real and y'all have such a deep connection to it, you have a direct connection to it, it totally fucking communicates with you, why is it when we ask you to demonstrate that to us live in real time, y'all ain't got nothing but more talk. Talkity talk. Oh, the Lord is real. You so dumb. You so full of it. Okay, if I'm so full of it, why aren't you pointing me to its direction? You telling me you want me to learn, but you don't want to teach me. You know, because you're so fucking true. Imagine you go to school. Let's say you go to a math class, right? Math teacher trying to teach you math. But the math teacher says, hey, you trying to ask me questions about math? I ain't gonna ask you questions about math. You full of it. You need to figure it out for yourself. I'm gonna just sit here and I'm gonna just read my ancient sci-fi fantasy comic book while you figure out math. I ain't gonna show you how math works. I'm not gonna show you exactly how you can do addition and subtraction, multiplication, division, or anything beyond that. Figure it out. The hell is the point in paying this person if they're not going to do their fucking job? And you, who is supposed to be the salesperson for the Lord, you are doing a piss poor job at trying to sell us on your idea that we're supposed to be supposedly buying into. We're supposed to believe this thing. We're supposed to subscribe to this ideology you're telling me about. You're trying to tell me we need to worship this thing that's so amazing and so wonderful and so true. And you can't even show me where it is right now. The hell is that? The hell is that? No, you know they be having their own schools. They know, you know, I've been to Christian school before. In fact, it's where I went to Christian school where I learned, you know what, this Christianity thing, it's not adding up. The math ain't mathing. It's not making sense to me. 2 + 2 equaling a can of paint does not seem to be correct. Yeah, yeah. See, but this is the thing, man. That's exactly what it is. That's why theism is the greatest, longest running scam in human history. They solve problems that don't exist and fail to even address problems that do. Oh, mass shootings happen? Oh, let's just give our thoughts and prayers. Let's just give our thoughts and prayers to the families of the victims. Let's give our thoughts and prayers to anybody who suffered from a tragedy. And what does that do? What exactly does that do? What exactly does that accomplish? What does that accomplish? Okay? Not a goddamn thing. Not a thing. Not a thing. This is why I tell you, delusion is not wisdom. Believing in delusional nonsense does not make you a wise person. Just because you can talk in poetic language and things that sound deep does not mean you're actually knowledgeable. Does not mean that what you are talking about comports with the reality that we actually inhabit. Exactly, Matt. That's exactly what it is. Don't worry about real world problems because the next world is better. You know what that sounds like to me? You know what that sounds like to me? That sounds like suicidal behavior. Suicidal behavior. In other words, theism is suicidal. Subscribing to theism is suicide. Yes, it's suicidal because we have real world problems we could be addressing right now. We have people dying all over the fucking world, and thoughts and prayers does not stop people from dying, from getting murdered, from being raped, from being assaulted, from dealing with all these problems. It doesn't stop you from having a heart attack, from fucking suffering a stroke or a seizure, or protect you from a gunshot. I had somebody one time tell me, oh, I got shot 9 times and I survived. All praise be to the Lord. And I told this person, you want to keep testing the hypothesis? You really want to keep testing the hypothesis? Do you really, 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 really want to keep testing that hypothesis? Tupac said one time, 5 shots didn't stop me. I took it a smell. Now I'm back to set the record straight. With my cam still the thug that you love and hate. Motherfucker, we hit him up. Well, guess what? That motherfucker got shot 4 more times, and then he died after a week in the hospital. People praying over his body. Please, Lord, please, please, please save Tupac Shakur. Please, please. Please save this young man, please. He has so much left in the world that he has to give. And then what happened? Not a damn thing. September 6/7, he was shot. September 13th, 1996, he sadly passed away. Got a poster of him on my wall right here. Can't see it, but it's right there. Poster of Tupac. The only way you can see him now. On the poster, on the picture, online, because, you know, he's no longer around in real life because he died. All that prayer shit did what to help him? What did it do? Jesse Jackson praying over his body, and he still died. Sorry. Prayer does not work. When you actually try to use it for real world scenarios, it does not have a profound impact. Because if it did, we wouldn't have the problems that we have in real life. We wouldn't be sitting here having these types of conversations. Having control of everything. Making day having the loudest voice box in the world. Having platforms all over the place. You have had such an ability to demonstrate that your ideology is actually helpful in any tangible, meaningful way. And unfortunately for y'all, you failed. This is just one exhibit of so many. Just a few of so many. What about the Middle East right now? What about what's happening in Gaza right now? All these Jews and these Muslims, and yet people are dying on both sides. And that Allah and Yahweh doesn't seem to want to come through and be like, hey guys, calm things down. Hey, I'm only going to protect one of you because these are my people. Israelis are my people, or Palestinians are my people. So therefore, I'm going to protect them. And no, people dying on both sides. Dying on both sides, dying on both sides, dying on both sides, and the Lord, Allah, Jesus, whatever the fuck you want to claim is so real and so true, neither of them seem to be even remotely bothered with what's been going on. Period. All these people praying, pray for Gaza, pray for God. What the fuck does that do? The hell does that do? Because if it did anything, wouldn't the problem have been solved? Or better yet, would the problem have even arisen in the first place? You know, because these people have such a deep connection with this superpower thing, the super intelligence thing, the grand developer in the sky, the grand fucking universe creator in the sky, whatever y'all claim it to be. Where is this thing that's so great, that y'all love to talk about, that y'all love to worship so much all day, every fucking day? Where is it to help us in any tangible, meaningful way? You mean to tell me that the Lord is so willing to help the Boston Celtics win the fucking 2024 championship, but he can't be bothered to, I don't know, save this guy, save that person, save any... What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Marcellus Williams claims he's innocent. I don't know. Maybe he was. Maybe he was innocent. If that's the case, and he had such a deep connection with Allah, if Allah was watching over him, then why didn't Allah save him? You know, because he's so connected. Why would Allah allow him to die anyway? For what? Why would Allah allow so many of his people to die all over the world? Syria, Iraq, Afghanistan, all the places that we here in America decided was a terrible place in the world. Why would Allah allow his people to die all the time? Why would he allow his people to suffer such horrendous conditions? Why would he allow so many children to suffer at the hands of all these psychopaths all over the world, including here, including in our government? If you know Allah was real, if God was real, if Yahweh was real, if Jesus was real, if they were real, then what the hell is it doing? Yeah, they're in a better place now. That's what they love to say. They love to make those claims. They love to say those things. That's their way of being unable and unwilling to acknowledge the truth. That they don't know that for real. They don't. That's why these are tragedies. Because if it was just a fact that there was a better place, this wouldn't be a tragedy. Wouldn't be a tragedy. Because if there was a better place to go to, and we knew for a fact that it existed and that we could go there, if we knew its exact coordinates and all that, then why would people cry when tragedies happen? Why would they even be considered tragedies if it was just the fact that there was some better place that we go to after we die? The fact of the matter is, there is so much about reality that we don't know. We just don't know. And the people who want to claim that there's this better place, every single time, I mean 100% of the time, we ask these fools to geolocate this place. They have nothing. They have nothing. They have not a goddamn thing. That is the problem. They don't know nothing. But they're too egotistical and stubborn to just be honest and say, hey, I don't know. I just don't know. I want to believe it so badly, but I don't know where it is. I don't know. I just don't know. No, they come up in here. They get into the comment section. They start typing away. Oh no, you don't know what you're talking about. The Lord saith the Lord is so real and he's so true. And I had a personal experience. You don't know because you weren't there. I had a super duper uber personal experience that was oh so wonderful. And that's what no, it does not. No, it does not. No, it does not. It proves nothing. And to think that you're going to convince me with your personal experience, how egotistical do you have to be to really think that you're going to convince me with that? Your personal experience. You know what it is when you have a personal experience that you can't replicate? Even though the claim that you make is one that should be easy to, you know, this thing with superpower that's so real. That's called a delusion. It's a delusion. Perhaps a hallucination. Perhaps an experience of psychosis. And you might need some real psychological help, which is exactly the point. We are a nation, we are a planet in the midst of a mental health crisis. We are in a state of crisis. I mean, super duper uber crisis. Too many people, literally billions of people around the world. Millions of people here in the US that want to believe all these ridiculous things, but they can't demonstrate any of it. People are suffering from various traumas. They're dealing with various psychological disorders. They're dealing with various substance abuses. And there's a lot of overlap with all these things. So we have somebody with traumas, psychological disorders, and a substance abuse problem. You have a recipe for disaster, which is exactly what we've become here in the U.S. A state of disaster. We are in a state of disaster. They would love to tell you America's the greatest country in the world. Based on what? Because some politician says it, because some governor asserted it, because some political hopeful is campaigning and they think that it's a great soundbite that's going to convince the idiots out there. Oh yeah, America's the greatest country in the world. Yeah, totally. Then why do you lock your door at night if it was so great? Why are y'all, every time a mass shooting happens, y'all running to the gun store to grab a piece? If we had so much peace. You feel me? Why you need the peace if we had so much peace? I'll tell you why. Because we don't. We don't. We don't have peace. We don't. You can live in a nice little town where nothing ever happens. Everything's wonderful. Everything's so great. And you never have to worry about anything. All the neighbors know each other. Everybody has perfectly cured lawns and, you know, wonderful families and great schools. And then Uvalde happens. Yeah. We see stories all the time. I never heard of Uvalde. Never ever heard of an Uvalde. Never heard the word Uvalde until you know. Do I need to go into detail? Because what's understood shouldn't need to be explained. But see, we live in a nation that's so delusional that you have to spell things out for people sometimes. You know that school where people were murdered and the police failed miserably to subdue the suspect in time. Motherfuckers was being bitch-ass cowards, hanging out in the hallway, doing everything but their fucking jobs. Remember that? Where the fuck was the Lord then? What about all these other mass shootings that happen all over the fucking country, all over the world? All these people that claim to have such a deep connection to the Lord. And yet they're still getting murdered by these psychopaths. That's why I always bring up Dylan Roof, just as one example. Dylan Roof, okay? Because he murdered people at a church. And there's so many of these terrible people who have done these things at churches, at places of worship, where all these people are worshiping, thank you, Jesus, thank you, Jesus, thank you, Jesus, and then somehow pop. Where the fuck was that Jesus talk then? Because as I always say, all that bullshit you want to believe is cool, but you're still subject to the laws of physics. The laws of physics, bullet trajectories don't give a fuck how much you worship the Lord. They don't care how often you read your Bible. A bullet, if it's aimed at your dome, it's going to hit your dome. And then it depends on multiple factors whether or not that's going to take you out, or if it's going to affect your brain chemistry, affect your psychological stasis. Yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing. They move the goalposts. They think that, oh, well, if you just say, oh, I didn't get shot, praise Jesus. Praise Jesus, I didn't get shot. The dude's gun jammed. So what about all those other 7 people who got murdered? What about that? This is the problem of theism. They move the goalposts. They move the goalposts. And this is why I brought up the fucking the Boston Celtics sports, right? Because every single time somebody wins the championship, first I like to thank God. Thank you, God, because I knew if I just can't believe. So what? God said fuck the other team? That's what you're saying? Would you saying God said fuck those other people? Yeah, they got shot and died. Fuck them. Who cares? I'm the Lord. I could have saved everybody. In fact, I could have prevented this whole thing from happening. But I decided not to because I didn't feel like it. I was so busy watching the game, I couldn't be bothered with somebody getting bombed over there, or somebody getting shot over there, or somebody getting raped over there. How the fuck are we supposed to actually solve these things if we just chalk it up to the Lord? This is what theists don't want to acknowledge. Their belief system is what inspires them to be lazy, good-for-nothing goofies who don't accomplish shit. That's why you don't see any religious institution inventing anything, discovering anything about reality. You don't see people praying, and oh, magically a cure for cancer just popped out of nowhere, and now we're curing cancer all over the place. Praise be to the Lord. We never see it. Phil, what up? That like button. Hit that like. And whoever else is here, hit that damn like button before I slap. No, it's all good. Well, that's the thing, Phil. That's exactly the thing. People really do think that because this is what people always do. The cognitive dissonance is insane. It's insane. If it doesn't happen, well, the Lord is working in mysterious ways. If it does happen, thank you, God. He's so wonderful and amazing. That's why I always compare theism to the simulation hypothesis, because theism is just the scientifically illiterate version of the simulation hypothesis. If a game developer develops a game in real life, the developers at Rockstar creating the next fucking GTA 6, you think those developers going to be actually interacting with different game sprites? They're going to be having conversations. They're going to be like, okay, game sprite 1,563,275,121. Yes, I heard your pleas. You need this and you need that. Okay, therefore I will do that just for you because I'm paying attention to just you because you're just the most wonderful and amazing thing. So I'm totally watching over you and going to make sure that you're protected. Why the fuck would anybody do that shit? Yes, religion is complacency. Because, see, religion is easy. All you have to do is believe it, and that's it. And then everything falls into place, supposedly. That's how it always works. And the correlation, causation, all that, like, it's absurd. They pick and choose when it's correlation, causation. Oh, if it happens, the Lord saith, and the Lord did it, and the Lord. But when it comes to actually addressing these real world issues, just like Matt just said, it takes effort. It's hard. Fixing problems is not always going to be easy. Sometimes it takes a lot of work. Sometimes it takes a lot of thought. Sometimes it takes some brainstorming. Sometimes you got to work with others to try to come up with ideas. How do we fix this? You got an idea? He got an idea? She got an idea? They got an idea? Hey, let's try to get to the bottom of this. Theism tells you, nah, you ain't got to do none of that. Just believe in the Lord and everything is just going to magically work out somehow. If it's in God's will, it will happen. And if not, then it's God's will for it not to happen. That's lazy and that's unhelpful as hell. Unhelpful as hell. And we have all these people. If it was only a small portion of people, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But the fact that it's literally the overwhelming majority of people in America and a huge portion of people around the world, that's what makes this a problem. because we can't figure out what it is that we're trying to do as people, and we have too many among us who are doing everything possible to avoid the fact that we need to try to fix these problems in real time, and that just believing in the Lord is not going to solve it. It's not, because when real life happens, we see the Lord ain't gonna help a motherfucker. It's not gonna happen. It don't work that way. That's why Marcellus Williams died. He died. This new DNA evidence didn't matter. Didn't matter. Governor said, I don't give a fuck. He gonna die anyway. And all that Allah's the greatest shit didn't do shit. All that prayer, all that please, please, Lord, please save him. Save him, please. It didn't work. Sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry, it didn't work. And that's the point. It doesn't work. It never has and it never will, because it's not real. It's not real. I know so many of you out there want to believe these things so bad. You want to believe it so bad. But every time we bring up these topics, y'all want to say that we're insensitive, that we don't care, that we're just evil and terrible. No, it's the opposite. We actually want to solve these things and prevent these things from happening ever again. You don't seem to want to contribute to that at all, because you are so devoted to your delusion. You're so devoted to your ideology. You're so devoted to these different ridiculous things that you want to assert are so true that you can't acknowledge the reality in front of your face. That every time that these things happen, your thoughts and your prayers and your hopes and your wishes, your incantations, your rituals have no effect on any of it at all. Y'all want to select all the times when good things happen. Oh, somebody got shot, but then they survived. Oh, yes, thank you, Lord. See, the Lord was watching over him. The Lord was watching over her. Even though she's got permanent brain damage and might be paralyzed from the neck down. Hey, the Lord is so good, isn't he? Isn't the Lord so wonderful and amazing? Isn't he amazing that now she's lost her eyesight and now she can't see and now she's lost all these capabilities, but hey, at least she's still alive, right? Right? No, it's not all right. Because if you're content with that, your standards are pathetic. Pathetic. Because the fact of the matter is, things happen. Whether we're talking about violence, whether we're talking about health conditions, they happen. People die. People have heart attacks. They have strokes. They lose their capability. People get paralyzed from accidents and falls and surviving attacks and things of that nature. And yet, we have this thing called the medical field that actually helps people to recover, that helps people to regain their abilities. But if we have more and more people studying science so they can understand these things, so that they can help these people, so that we can develop more treatments, so we can develop better treatments, so we can discover innovations, that we can invent things that help these people even better, then people could have a greater quality of life. And then we could get to the bottom of why these things happen. What is going on in somebody's mind when they decide, hey, I'm going to shoot this person. I'm going to stab this person. I'm going to be a serial killer. I'm going to be a serial rapist. Oh, that child, looking so good. How do we get to the bottom of all of that shit if all you're going to do is sit and just do this? Please, 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 please. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, and halal and haram, halal and haram, halal and halal. What the fuck does that do? What the hell does that accomplish in the real world? In the real world, what does that accomplish? What did that accomplish for Marcellus? I'm pretty sure. In fact, it says right here. Check this. It says it right here. On Tuesday afternoon, his last visit was with Imam Jalahi Qasem, who later accompanied him in the execution chamber. So what the fuck was the point of that? What was the point of that? What was the point of that? What was the point of this imam being there? The fuck is the point of that? to make him feel comfortable as he was being executed? Why wouldn't Allah say, no, whoa, hey, check it out, hey, Allah here, Allah, check the credentials, I'm Allah, hey, this guy's innocent, get him the fuck out of here. No, it wasn't him. In fact, it was him over there. That guy did it. I know all, I see all, I'm the Lord, I'm Allah, that Allah, yeah, that's me. I'm telling y'all, I got the truth. I know the truth because I know all things, because I'm super duper uber intelligent. I know everything. So check it out. It wasn't him. It wasn't him, guys. It was that guy. Get him the fuck, unleash this man. Exactly. There's no glory in, at least not for a situation like that. There's glory in getting killed for a good purpose, right? Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. getting killed, Malcolm X, Medgar Evers, Fred Hampton, Huey P. Newton. There's glory for them getting killed because they got killed for fighting the good fight, because they're pushing for humanity's improvement. Even though all of their beliefs weren't totally correct, their ideologies weren't totally the most logical, at the end of the day, they were fighting for the improvement of society. And that's something I'm willing to die for. And anybody's willing to die for that, there's honor in dying for that. There's honor in dying for that. But dying because you're being accused of murdering some innocent person for no fucking reason, there's no honor in that. Especially if you're innocent. The fuck is that? Everybody loses, because if he was innocent, that means whoever did it is out there somewhere, unless they're in prison for some other offense or they died some other way. But the point is, justice wasn't carried out if he's innocent. Right. I mean, look, I know that there are theists who are scientists, theists who are doing good things, right? And that some of the things that they do help humanity, right? But at the same time, a lot of these people are supporting institutions and organizations that do the exact opposite because of that. And that's why there's this dichotomy of humanity. You can do good and do bad at the same time. Just like I've talked about before, Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy was a serial killer, but yet he worked for the suicide hotline as well. So while he was taking lives, he was saving lives at the same time. Does that make him a good person? Most people would say he was evil regardless of that, right? Because who the fuck kills people? Especially kills a bunch of people. Especially the way he did it and the things that he did. So in the same way, you could be doing good things. You could be working in the science field. You could be believing this nonsense while you're helping to discover things. But then you're supporting organizations that are working to distort the truth, distort the facts, and convince people to support these same entities and institutions that aren't doing anything to help humanity. Enriching charlatans, enriching scam artists. And when these things are brought to your attention, instead of just acknowledging, oh shit, I'm helping a vile organization, I'm helping vile people who are literally harming society, instead of just acknowledging it and disassociating with them, instead, motherfuckers want to get on that cognitive dissonance shit. Motherfuckers want to get in their feelings. No, don't you understand my faith? My faith in the faith in the faith in the faith in the faith. Don't you understand? I believe it, I believe it, I believe it, I believe it, and so therefore I'm still gonna continue doing the bullshit. That's why we gotta have these conversations now, right now, because what we see, either way you slice it, this whole situation's fucked up. The fact that the victim was murdered to begin with, R.I.P. to her, because nobody should have to go through that type of shit, regardless of anything. Nobody should have to go through that type of shit. Especially if all you were doing is minding your own business, doing your job, living your life. Nobody should have to go through that type of shit. And when people commit these types of acts against fellow Americans, against fellow human beings, they definitely should be brought to justice. But at the same time, We need to try to get to the bottom of how and why these things happen so that we can stop it from happening, so that we can ensure that these things don't happen, so that we don't have situations where a potentially innocent person could be put to death for the crime that they didn't commit, that somebody else committed, that allows the actual perpetrator to roam free. If religion helped us in any of that, I would be all for it. I used to be a theist at one time, for those of you who are unaware. I was a Christian. I went to a Christian school. I went to multiple churches across the U.S. And yet, I don't see how these churches are actually helping the world in any tangible, meaningful way. They're not helping us here in America improve our quality of life. As a matter of fact, we're falling further and further and further and further on the global peace index, despite the fact that we have the highest GDP in the world, despite the fact that we have the largest military in the world. Weird. You would think that a country that's so Christian would be the greatest country in the world on so many metrics. That our education system would be the best. That our neighborhoods would be the best. I've shown y'all my neighborhood. We got all these different churches around me, around this whole motherfucker here in the south side of Chicago. And yeah, it's one of the most violent neighborhoods in the fucking world. Or at least in the nation. Can't say in the world, but in the nation. Right? And it's not like, oh, it's so scary that anything can happen. Like right now, I could walk. No, of course, it's not as bad as the media claims it to be. But you still got to be on your shit because shit goes down. Shit goes down. A lot of these gangbangers that are out here, a lot of them are Christians and Muslims and all that. They ain't going to stop them from being gang. On phone them. That still ain't gonna stop them from coming through with the AKs, with the banana clips, and the motherfucking extendos, and the laser beams, and all that shit. I know, because I know some of these motherfuckers that's still out here. Ain't none of that Jesus shit caused them to be like, you know what, I was gonna kill my op, but you know, why do that? Because the Lord is telling me that I need to like forgive my ops, forgive my, no. They making songs, dead bitches, yeah, dead bitches, smoking on the op pack, even though I believe in Jesus, I smoke that op pack, yeah, and then they get killed, and then their homies kill the killers that killed them, and then the killers that killed them get killed, and then the killers that killed the killers that got killed get killed, and then killers kill that will, kill, murder, that. In the end, endless cycle. The cycle never ever ends, even though we got church over here, church over there, church. Didn't stop any of that shit. Didn't stop any of that shit. At all. What does that accomplish, yo? What does that accomplish? What does believing in any of this shit actually accomplish in real life, in the real world? In real-time scenarios, real-life scenarios, how do these things actually help us? Why are so many people outraged at Williams's death? Wasn't it the Lord's will? Wasn't it God's will that he would be executed? So then why are all these people so outraged? Why are so many people outraged if it was the Lord's will, right? Funny. Y'all love to claim the Lord's will, but then when we see injustices happen, all of a sudden you want to get mad. So what does that say? What does that say? The compartmentalization is crazy. Because at the end of the day, in reality, most people, regardless of their delusions, they see the truth. Y'all see the truth. I know you want to believe in your Jesus and all that, but y'all know injustice when you see it. Y'all can't seriously sit here and say, even though it was the Lord's will, I mean, it's the Lord's will, so what can we do? No, you get mad and you get angry. Dr. Martin Luther King, much as I love to do, he was a Christian. Why would he need to do the things he did if Jesus was watching over us and was protecting us? Why wouldn't he accept, hey, the white man said that we're niggers and we ain't shit, we're subhuman, we can't drink from the same water fountain, can't use the same bathroom, can't eat at the same restaurants. Hey, that's Jesus' will. It was Jesus. Jesus said, hey, you guys are less than the white man, so who gives a fuck? Accept it. Slaves, obey your masters and all that shit. So then why did Dr. Martin Luther King not accept that? Why didn't he accept it? Why didn't Malcolm X accept it? Allahu Akbar, right? So, hey, Allah said, hey, if that's what happens, then that's just what it is. Because at the end of the day, you know what injustice is, and you know that the Lord ain't gonna do shit. You gotta do the shit. You gotta get up off your ass and lead the march. You gotta go and give the speech to the people. You gotta be the one to challenge the status quo and put yourself out there, because if you don't, these motherfuckers gonna keep doing that shit regardless, no matter fucking what. Somebody has to stand up to the bullshit, and if you feel compelled to do so, it had to be you. The Lord is so powerful and wonderful. He literally can snap a finger and just change shit right now. I mean, if the Lord is real, he has a complete total mastery of the laws of physics. That means he can literally change somebody's physical makeup, biochemical makeup. He can make somebody be like, you know what? I was on some super duper racist shit, but I'm just going to not be racist no more. We don't see that shit happen. At all. All these people that claim to have this direct connection can't show us that this thing is real, it's true, that actually exists, which is why we have these social movements happen. That's why women say, you know what, all these motherfuckers that think that we ain't shit, we just supposed to be in the fucking kitchen making sandwiches and shit. Fuck that shit. We ain't gonna fucking stand for that shit. We're worth way the fuck more than that. Even though we could just say, hey, Jesus said we're supposed to fucking just be subservient to men and shit like that. We're supposed to just play our role. And nah. We ain't with that shit. We're not cool with that. It's not enough. Even though it says in these different books, in these different sci-fi fantasy comic books, that the Lord say it, the Allah say it, that women shouldn't do shit. Men are the ones who control everything, and if you want to fucking speak, shut the fuck up. We don't care. We do not care what you have to say. What you have to say doesn't matter. Woman is the reason why all this shit is fucked up. That's what their comic books say. But in real life, even the women who subscribe to these ridiculous ideologies, in real life, they know it's bullshit. Deep down, they know it's bullshit. Because why would you be happy being a second-class citizen? Why would you be happy being subjugated by psychopathic pieces of shit who are causing you harm on a constant basis? Why would anybody be cool with that? And what kind of fucking God would even say some shit like that? Like, yeah, no. If they beat you, then hey, it's cool. Long as you don't die like right away, it's all good. It's all good. Slaves, understand, that's just the way it's supposed to be. No, in real life, we all see slavery is immoral, period. Ain't no theology gonna convince us that being a slave is totally cool and totally amazing, that we need to just subject ourselves to being slaves and that we should just be okay with being slaves. It's totally fine. You know what I'm saying? When Jews were being subjugated by the fucking Nazis, no. Hey, Yahweh said that, hey, if that's what happens, obey your masters. The Nazis are fucking your masters. They're your masters now, so you just need to obey them. And if they decide to throw you in the gas chamber, then that's just the way it is. Yeah, just turn the other cheek. You know, when you get raped in one booty cheek, turn the other booty cheek, and it's totally fine. Totally fine. This is the reality. In real life, people know bullshit when they see it, even if they want to try and pretend so hard that the Lord gonna make everything work. It don't work. It don't work. It don't. I tell the story all the time. When I was on the bus, this dude starts attacking this woman. Well, he didn't attack. He started verbally threatening this woman on the bus. All these people on the bus. Dude just goes up to this random young chick, starts, oh, I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do so much to you. Everybody's sitting there, hoping that magically this guy calms down. And that didn't happen. Dude kept persistent, threatening this chick in front of everybody. So I said, my dude, knock it off. And even though it could have turned violent, I don't know the dude. Dude could have had a knife, he could have had a gun, who knows? But the way I see it, there's so many of us. This dude can't take us all. As an example, the Jared Lee Louder situation, when he went to that fucking meetup with Gabby Giffords and he started shooting people. Everybody could have just stood there and been like, Jesus, please help us, Jesus, please. No, people stopped him. An old lady was like, get the fuck out of here with this bullshit, bro. Everybody was like, no, knock it off. My dude held him down until the police came. Because dude was clearly off his fucking rocker. Sometimes, in fact, every time, we, the people, are the ones who have to act. We are the ones who have to act. Because regardless of all the things people want to believe, at the end of the day, it's just us. That's all we got. We are all we got. Even though we got this ginormous, potentially infinite universe with billions upon billions of galaxies, each having billions upon billions of stars, with each star having 1.6 planets per star, and who knows how many moons and other comets and asteroids and all that shit. At the end of the day, the only life we know of in this entire universe to exist for real is us. Which means that we are responsible for life here on Earth. Which means we have to be our brothers and sisters in whatever the fuck you identify as keeper. We devalue life on Earth. People far and wide think that there's some afterlife that's so much better than here, so we don't have to do anything here on this planet. We don't have to do anything to actually try to fix conditions, even though people clearly can see that there are so many things that we could do if we work together to do it. People are just unwilling to do it because it's hard. It's hard. Science is hard. Learning technology is hard. And trust me, it is. It is hard. Rocket science is fucking hard. It is. I'm not denying that shit. It's hard. But see, the thing is, we got all these technologies. We have all this access to information. There are things that are supposed to be making it easier for us to learn these things. We just don't have a society that's willing to do it. Because believing in Jesus, believing in Allah, believing in Krishna, believing in Vishnu is so much easier. You don't have to really read the book like that. You don't really have to study it like that. And even if you do read it and look at it, you don't really have to pay much attention to it. You don't have to try to make sense of it. All you have to do is just read Matthew 3:16 or some shit like that. That's all. As long as you believe in Jesus, you saved, and therefore life's good. You ain't got to worry about shit. Even though you still got to live in the real world. You still got to deal with people all over the place who might mean you harm, or who might be contributing negatively to society, who might be helping to worsen society, who are out here harming people, attacking people, who are using people, manipulating people. And we're not talking about just individuals. We're talking about institutions, corporations, banks, government, all these different entities. Believing in Jesus ain't gonna stop an oil company from polluting the air. It's not gonna stop a factory farm from polluting the water. It's not gonna stop these corporations from paying off politicians to seed regulations, to overlook things, to cut budgets for different organizations that help people, that cut social services for people, while giving tax cuts to the rich, the banks, the corporations, by doing everything possible to ensure the rich get richer and richer and richer, and the poor keep getting poor, and the middle class become poor, while the rich keep just getting richer and richer, amassing more and more resources. At what point are we going to stand up and say we're not good with none of that shit no more? At what point are we going to say, you know what? We have higher standards for ourselves as people. We want better for ourselves. We want better for ourselves as a nation, as American citizens, that we're not just going to leave it up to the Lord. We're not just going to hope that we pray and pray. Pray for the rain to go away. Pray for Hurricane Helena to go away. Pray for any fucking drought to disappear. Pray for wildfires to just magically stop. When are we going to decide that that's no longer acceptable? That we need to actually get a handle on all of nature, that we need to do the work to try to master nature so that we can actually terraform the planet to ensure that our planet is in peak optimal conditions, where we have a clean environment, where we have a peaceful nation, where we have people who are able to overcome their addictions and their psychological disorders and the traumas that they've suffered in life, where they can pay that knowledge forward to future generations so that they can improve upon things, so that society can improve in tangible ways, not just because we say it's improved. See, there's a misconception that a movement in any direction is progression, and we've decided that's no longer acceptable. At least here in the no cap zone, where we have a strict dress code. Knock it the hell off with that capping ass bullshit. The only cap that's allowed around these parts, boy. The only cap allowed around these park boys, yo thinking cap. Otherwise, knock it off with that fake ass bullshit. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell for your boy. Because this is why I am not a proponent of the death penalty. I am a proponent in terms of ideologically. I ideologically support the death penalty because I do feel that there are pieces of shit on the planet. They don't need to be here. They don't need to be here. When we know that somebody done did some shit, some fucked up shit, fuck them. I don't give a fuck. Fuck them. If they did some shit that harms humanity, they did some shit that unalived a whole bunch of kids, whole bunch of people for no good reason, then fuck them. But see, the problem is we have too many cases, too many situations where we know somebody's being put to death that's innocent. And in my opinion, one innocent person killed is too many. And we live in a country that we know since its inception was on some fucking bullshit. We got this thing called the Constitution. It took 13 amendments before they decided, you know what, that slavery thing, not that great. We should get rid of that shit. Except for, if you get imprisoned or whatever. But they could have just abolished slavery right away. They could have said, you know what, yeah, slavery, totally not cool. Discrimination, not cool. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all people are created equal. No, it doesn't even say that. It says all men are created equal. So fuck bitches. They ain't shit. Trans people, gay people, give a fuck. Don't care. And those N-words, oh, those niggers, we can't stand them. Can't stand them. Yeah, they're not even full people. They're 3/5 of a person. Yeah, they're 3/5 of a person. They're not even fully human. That's what these motherfuckers who formulated this said. They said that. So that's how we started as a country. And then people want to pretend like that's not the case. They want to pretend like that's not true. They want to pretend like we didn't have Jim Crow laws that said, hey, black people, you can't drink at the same water fountains as us. You can't use the same bathrooms we use. Can't eat the same food that we use because you are less than us. We are letting you know through the law that you are less than. We do not care. We do not care about you. Matter of fact, fuck you. We are going to allow people to just assault you and terrorize you, hang you up. Strange few hanging. Blood on the leaves. Blood on the leaves. Yeah, let's pretend like that shit didn't happen. Let's pretend like, oh, everything's totally hunky-dory. None of that shit ever happened. All of our fucking government, totally perfect and wonderful. They've never done fuck shit. They've never done bullshit ever in real life. They've always made all the best decisions for our best interest every single time. They would never, ever, ever do anything immoral or harm people for any reason, right? Never. No, our politicians are the best people of all time. They always make the best decisions, which is why all of our neighborhoods are so perfect and peaceful and wonderful. No crime anywhere. No crime anywhere. Democrat, Republican, everybody does such a swell, amazing job because they all love the Lord Jesus. So because Kamala loves the Lord, and because Trump loves the Lord, hey, it's a win-win because they both have the Lord with them. So if they get in office, they're going to do such an amazing, wonderful job to improve our fucking nation because they believe in Jesus all day. Yes, the Kanye version. That's like the best song on that album. One of his worst, if not his worst album, by the way. I have a copy of it right over here. Really? Are you serious? That's a real question, Silk? I can't believe you just asked that. Fam. George Washington, fucking, what's his name? Thomas Jefferson, they owned slaves. They owned slaves. Yeah, they owned slaves. So while they were writing this, they're like, shut up, nigga, I'm writing. Shut up! Go back to work for I fucking... Well, I swear to God. Nah, that's unacceptable, Silk. I can't give you that one. That's some shit you supposed to know. You're supposed to know that. That's some shit you should know. You should just know that shit. The fuck school you went to. But see, that just goes to show us how piss poor our education system is. That there are people who cannot... Yes, Silk, yes. Yeah, why do you think I do what I do? You think I do what I do because everything's just been perfect? You think we had the civil rights movement just cause? Yeah, we just felt like, fuck the government, right? Am I right? No, we're talking about crimes against humanity. That's what our country was founded on. Slaves helped build the White House. Or should I say, they built the White House. Slaves. Yeah. Our entire country is a fucking goddamn capital. The capital of the world. That's the reality that they want to hide from everybody. Because that's how full of shit our country is and has been this entire fucking time. To the point where they make it difficult for us to even talk about this shit. Now we have huge swaths of people that don't even want to see no evil, hear no evil. No, America, the greatest country in the world. America, the greatest country in the world. Say it with me. America, the greatest, long as they don't grade us. America, the greatest, long as they don't grade us. That's why it's pathetic. We're not the greatest at... we're the greatest at incarcerating people. We're the greatest incarcerators of all time. We here in America, we account for 5% of the world's total population, but we account for upwards of 25% of the world's prison population. And not only that, we have prisons that are privately owned, which means they have a financial incentive to ensure crime persists. They need crime to persist. They love crime because crime means more criminals, which means more people being housed, more inmates, more fucking crime, and the cycle continues, which is the point. That's the point. We have so many different entities out here that benefit directly from the current state of affairs. And they use religion, the theism industrial complex, to convince people to do nothing so that this shit persists. Because if you just believe the Lord, one day, things gonna work out. Things gonna work out. Please, Allah, Akbar. Yeah, most people don't think about that shit. That's why I talk. Why do you think they hate me on TikTok, fam? Why do you think they hate me on TikTok? Because I talk about this shit. The motherfuckers out there, they don't want you to know this shit. They don't want you talking about this shit. You say the word, they gonna fucking shut you down. I know, because I'm currently suspended right now on TikTok. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm super handsome. They hating on your boy, fam. They hate me so hard. They hate it. Oh my God, he's telling the truth. Get him the fuck out of here. And I don't just tell you, I show you. I show you my work. I show you my sources where I get this shit. They can't stand that. They can't stand it when I do that. That's why we're here on YouTube. Because these fools cannot handle the truth. They don't want to know the truth. They don't want to hear it. They don't want it. La 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 la. Then you see these fools who get in the comments making excuses or trying to distract, deny, troll, talk hella shit. I don't know, look at your face. Look at your ceiling. Look at those 8 tracks. Look at that poster. Look at this. Look at everything to try to distract from the conversation, because that's all they can do at this point. Try to do everything to distract, to deny, to try to shut us down, to try to report us. Oh, they were saying negative things. They were violating. They made me feel. They were bullying. They were bullying me. They were saying so much hateful things because I don't like it. I don't like it. And my whole thing is, hey, I don't care what it is you believe, what it is you assert. Show me. Just show me. All you gotta do is show me. Show me what you're talking about. You can convince me right now. For all I know, I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I misread somewhere. Maybe they didn't own slaves. Maybe there've never been slaves. Maybe you can show me such amazing evidence that you can convince me. No. The founding fathers were the greatest people of all time. Our current leading candidates for president are the best possible candidates we could ever possibly have. They are the most perfect, most amazing people of all time. They're super duper geniuses. They have America's best interests at heart. They have yours and my best interests at heart. You give Trump another chance, or you give Kamala a chance, and they're going to do the greatest job at making America super duper great. Super duper uber great. Uber duper super duper. That's how it should be, man. That's how it should be. Unfortunately, we live in the capital of the world. We live in the scam capital of the world. For scams to work, they can't change their minds because they have a vested interest in keeping things the same. That's why we have a government that spreads so much propaganda that wants you to keep choosing between the same two parties that have demonstrated upon decade upon decade upon decade a miserable fucking failure to help us create a well-functioning society for ourselves. Don't matter which party you pick. Democrat, Republican, Republican, Democrat, Democrat, Republican, Republican, Democrat, 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 Republican, Republican. They fail. They fucking fail. It don't matter which one you pick. You can say, oh, well, Democrats love gays. It don't matter. They still fucking fail. They fail. Just because they go out on the campaign trail and say, yes, we love gays and we love blacks. So fucking what? They get in the office and they still take money from us and give it to the rich, the banks, the corporations, and then they try to go work, or should I say pressure social media companies to silence us, to shut us down so they can do nothing. Yes, that's the Democrats. Right now, Democrats are in office right now. They're in office right now. What have they done that was so amazing that we're like, yes, they need to stay in office. They need to stay in office. They've done such an amazing job. They really fixed this or that or this or that or this or that problem. What problem have they solved in the past 4 years that transformed our society such that everybody is so fucking happy? Please show me what has been done that was world changing, that was like, oh my fucking God, it is so fucking fantastic. And the Lord is working with Biden right now so that he can solve what exactly? Because last time I checked, all this fucking national debt, all these international conflicts, we've been in Cold War with Russia and China and North Korea for all these fucking years. And these fools that are supposed to be the world leaders, right? Kamala's the vice president right now. Trump was formerly the president. What the fuck have these fucks done to make everything awesome? What the hell have they done? Please show me what they have done that's been just like, oh my God, America is so awesome. I could go outside and not have a worry in the world because these fucks have done the best possible job that could ever be done. And yo, why are our standards so pathetically low? Why are there so many among us whose standards are pretty much non-existent? All you gotta do is like this one. Hey, Penny, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's good? Well, I'll tell you what's bad. The fact that Marcellus Williams died and his last words were, what were his last words? His last words were, all praise be to Allah in every situation. Even if I die and I'm an innocent person. Yeah, not a great idea. Not a great idea. And we have these fucks that run for office, that get in office, talking about how much they love the Lord Jesus, talking about how much they love the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, the Trinity, the triumvirate of the Trinity. And yet, they can't demonstrate to us how that shit is actually happening, how that shit is actually helping us in any tangible, meaningful way in real life. This dude, if we presume that he was innocent, he lost his life being an innocent person, and Allah did not help him. Allahu Akbar, Allah didn't do shit. Didn't help him at all. R.I.P. R.I.P. is all we can say now for Mr. Marcellus Khalifa Williams. Mr. Wiz Khalifa himself. And yet, Allah did not help him. Yeah. Well, he didn't get cut. He got lethally injected. I mean, you know, tomato, you know. He's dead is the fact of the matter. He's dead. He's dead, and it sucks. If, you know, he was innocent. If he was innocent, it sucks. If he was guilty, well then, whatever. The fact of the matter is, the mere fact that we can't really fully know, because these fools that claim they know the Lord, that they have this connection with the Lord, they can't demonstrate that at all. And we're talking about not just him, but people right now. People who have supposedly a connection with God, or that they're fucking psychics, or they're subscribing to some religious, whatever it is. They can never demonstrate that they have actual knowledge of anything. That they can use this knowledge and wisdom to improve upon anything ever in the world. Ever. Never. They never can gain or glean any like new inventions, a cure for a disease, an innovation that helps improve our lives just with the mere prayer, a discussion with this super duper uber entity thing that they love to talk about and worship so much. Yes, so much. They love it so much, but they can't show us that it actually exists somewhere in the real world. In the real world. They can't show us that they actually have a direct form of connection, communication with this thing that's actually tried and true that we can use. We are live right now on YouTube. The same way that we're talking to each other directly should be the same way we could talk to this thing that's so amazing and supposedly has all this knowledge, all this capability, and yet every time I ask a theist, where the fuck is this thing at? They have nothing. They jump in the we had some clown earlier. Oh no, you don't understand God real. There's only one God. I asked this fool multiple times. Oh yeah? Where is it right now? Where is it right now? Where is it? 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 And that's how they do. I know Jesus ain't nowhere to be found. He ain't got a YouTube channel. He ain't got a Snapchat. He don't even have a phone. He don't even got an Obama phone. Really? Obama. Thanks, Obama. Thanks. Can't even hook up Jesus with the fucking cell phone. What the hell are we doing, fam? That's why it always comes back to what the hell are we doing? What are we as people trying to do? What is it that we're actually attempting to accomplish? What are we attempting to accomplish? What exactly is our goal as a human race? What are we attempting to accomplish? Do we want to improve upon things? Do we actually want to learn about this universe, about this existence, about the cosmos, try to figure shit out? Are we trying to create a well-functioning society for ourselves? Do we want to have a well-functioning society? If we do, what the fuck does that mean? What is a well-functioning society? What does a well-functioning society consist of? What does a well-functioning society consist of? Because I'll tell you this, it doesn't consist of this. A well-functioning society does not consist of A, people being murdered for no fucking reason, and B, people being murdered by the state for a crime they didn't commit. Exactly, Matt. That's what they want to push us towards, the end of humanity. That's why I talk about the great filter hypothesis so much. The Fermi paradox, the great filter hypothesis, all this type of shit. Because the whole thing is, as I mentioned earlier, the Fermi paradox, all these galaxies, stars, planets, whatever, we still haven't found any alien life. We got the James Webb Space Telescope at the L2 Lagrange point discovering some of the oldest galaxies to ever form, forcing us to rethink how galaxies formed and all these different things, and yet we still haven't found alien life. And we try to figure out why the fuck that is. We don't know if there's any alien life out there. It's mind-boggling to think that this universe is so vast and that we're the only life in it. It doesn't even make sense. How can you have all these billions of these astronomical numbers of all these different celestial entities out there, and yet we're the only life out here? You would think that with the age of the universe being about 13.8 billion years, with the James Webb Space Telescope, that there would have been some civilization out there somewhere that would have evolved way beyond where we are right now, that would have already developed some huge, insanely ginormous megastructure that we could just look through a telescope and be like, oh yeah, there's the Silurians again. Yep, it looks like they're building something new. What's that? Oh shit. Okay, look at them. Check them out. We don't see that. We don't see that. We have potential megastructures that we may have discovered. We still haven't confirmed any of these things, and we have to figure out why. Why have we yet to find alien life? Intelligent alien life. Maybe our technology is just too fucking infantile. Maybe we just need to keep developing. What up, Jamie? What up? Hit that like button, please. But see, that's the thing though. You would think that there would be something out there that would have already just developed by now. That would be easy to see. With the age of the universe, you would think that there would already be some civilization that's advanced so much by now that you can look and then just point them out right there. You would think that we got the ultra deep field by the Hubble Space Telescope, and the ultra deep, thank you, and we got the ultra deep field by the James Webb Space Telescope. You would have thought that we would at least see something that would be clear cut, like, okay, boom. But we don't. And that's where the great filter hypothesis comes in. That maybe they are all out there, but that they hit some asymptote. They hit a wall. that they start to expand and improve, and then bam, they hit a wall. That for whatever reason, they experience a calamity that prevents them from becoming spacefaring civilizations that begin to build huge megastructures that can be detected with, our current technology. That for whatever reason, either because of some environmental calamity, some asteroidal impact, or their own self-destruction. And that's exactly the point, Jamie. That's exactly the point. That's exactly the point. We're complacent. We could be so much further ahead by now if we weren't our own worst enemy. I mean, when Galileo was making the discoveries he made, the fucking Catholic Church said, "Get the fuck out of here. You don't want to hear that shit. Fuck is wrong with you, boy? Boy, don't make us fucking kill your ass. All this fucking science space stuff. Shut the fuck up. Fuck on somewhere." Imagine if instead everybody was like, "Yes, thank you for helping us discover more. Hey, we're going to help fund you so you can actually do more shit. We're going to help you do more shit so you can discover as much as you possibly can." Instead, he lived the rest of his life in relative obscurity. Didn't get the flowers. Probably died broke as fuck, mad as fuck, depressed as fuck. Because he's like, why the fuck? All I'm trying to do is understand reality. Like, what the fuck? Look, I looked through this shit, and I found the shit. The fuck they mad at? They mad because these fucks have an agenda. They want to purport their agenda as much as possible, and they do not want people to learn anything that could even remotely threaten their agenda at all. So that is why they've used the media, they've used their power in society to suppress those who are doing the work of trying to understand reality. Which is why even now, today, me just trying to talk about these sorts of things, they be trying to stop me. They be trying to shut your boy down. They want to hate on your boy. They don't want us to know none of this shit. And there are too many people far and wide who have been convinced, who have been conditioned not to think about this shit, or if they think about the shit, shut the fuck up. Don't learn shit. Don't go to class. Who cares about fucking science shit? Jesus. Allahu Akbar. That's all you should be caring about. So no, don't actually study shit. Don't actually perform experiments to try to understand reality. Shut your stupid ass up and read that Bible. Shut your dumb ass up and read the Quran, and don't question the Lord at all. Period. The Lord said, he told me to tell you, shut the fuck up, just believe in him because he said so. Wait, what was that, God? Oh yeah, by the way, give us all your fucking money before we slap the shit out you. You want to go to the happy-go-lucky place? You want to live in the happy, joy place? Then give us your fucking money. And then one day, somewhere in the far, far future, something may happen good for you. Who knows? Who cares? Give us your money. Just give us your money and shut up. Just give us your money and shut the hell up. And that's the problem. That is exactly the problem. Instead of having a nation full of people who are working together interdependently with synergy to understand as much as we can about reality so that we can use that wisdom to manipulate our reality for our collective benefit so we can continuously improve and create the snowball effect of improvement and discovery and innovation and improvement. Instead, the opposite is happening. The opposite is happening. More and more people are failing in the maths and sciences. More and more people believe in the bullshit. Worse and worse things happen. Mass shootings constantly happening all over the place. Thoughts and prayers ain't doing shit to stop any of it. Thoughts and prayers ain't doing nothing to help us figure out how we can prevent it. People talk to the Lord. They talk to Allahu Akbar, and for some reason that Allah is not giving them the secrets to how we can solve this shit at all. We are constantly flirting with mutually assured destruction on a constant basis. We keep flirting with war with North Korea and fucking Russia. Motherfuckers want Jill Stein to say, oh, isn't Putin such a terrible war criminal? Isn't he such a horrible, terrible person? He's so evil and vile and terrible. Meanwhile, our country got a history of horrible, terrible crimes against humanity. I mean, peppered throughout history, including today. Horrible things that our country has done at the behest of all these different entities that have influenced and corrupted our government for their own personal benefit. All these rich people, banks, and corporations. And I don't see the Lord doing anything to stop any of that. And I said all that to say, if we were actually working together to improve upon things, to discover things, instead of giving more and more money to the military while cutting NASA's budget. And mind you, this is happening under Democrats. They cut NASA's budget and gave more money to the military. How are we expecting to develop shit, learn shit, discover shit? What are we doing? What are we doing? Imagine if NASA had the military's budget. All the type of shit we could be accomplishing and discovering and learning and figuring out. All the innovations that could be made. All the things that could be used to help us understand the nature of reality. To help us create a well-functioning society. But the only problem is we have a nation full of people with their heads so far up their ass. All they do is talk shit every day, all day. Blah, 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 blah. The Lord real, the Lord Jesus, the Lord, the Lord, the Lord. What up, Dan? What up, what up? Thank you for coming through, famo. Please hit that like and hit that subscribe and turn on the notification bell for your boy. Please and thank you. Because this is the reality. This is the reality. It's the reality that we live in. At the end of the day, what are we trying to do as human beings? What are we trying to accomplish as human beings? Do we want to improve upon the world? Do we want to discover the truth of reality? Do we want to improve upon the conditions for us as humans? Because if so, then what does that mean? What does that mean? First, it means we have to get real. We have to get real with reality. We have to divorce ourselves from these ridiculous ideologies that are not helping us to understand reality, to discover reality. We see scientific innovations happening every day. We see so many scientific discoveries happening every day, and yet we do not see these things being talked about in the mainstream hardly at all. Hardly at all. And thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you, fam. We don't see these things being talked about at all on a constant basis. I mean, we get our local news, you know what I'm saying? We see, okay, this happened, that happened. We see some things that happen around the world. We have this story with Marcellus Williams. And the fact of the matter is that even though he was a Muslim, Allah did not help him to escape the death penalty. It did not help him to escape death row. It did not help to exonerate him if indeed he was innocent. And we see so many people all around the world suffer as a result. We see injustice all the time. All the time, every day. We've been seeing it for so long, all throughout American history, all throughout world history, throughout the world, everywhere, in every country, in every continent. All kinds of horrible things have happened to people throughout human history since humanity's been around. And now that we have all these technologies, now that we have all this interconnectivity, now that we have all this mass communication, we should be able to work together interdependently more efficiently than ever before. Before we had all this shit, you had to really, really get out of your way if you wanted to talk. If I wanted to talk to you, then, if you're still here, if I wanted to talk to you, I had to go to Germany or you had to come here. And you couldn't just take a plane or a train or an automobile. You had to get on a ship and we had to get on a voyage and brave the waters with inferior technology. Maybe we might have an anti-cathera mechanism. Highly doubt it because that was some ancient Greek shit. We had to brave the waters and hope that we made it to the right place on time, and then we still had to try to find each other, which would have been difficult when you don't have a cell phone to say, hey, Google, where the fuck is his house at? Okay, and how do I get there? Okay, make a left. Oh, but there's construction. There's none of that. There was none of that. It took a lot of fucking work. But see, now we have all this technology, all these apps. You would think that would make it easier for us to get to the bottom, to get to the root of all these different issues, for us to be able to work together interdependently with synergy. You know what I'm saying? We got 6 people in the chat. At least that's what it's showing me right here. There's 6 people here. 6 people should be able to talk and actually discuss these things. And if you know something I don't, you can show me, and I can show you things that you may not necessarily know. And then we build and we build and we build. And if we did that as a nation, as a planet, imagine the things that we could accomplish if this was our goal. If our collective goal was to understand as much as we could about everything and improve upon everything as much as we could be awesome. We could probably solve all the world issues by next Thursday. The only problem is we have so many people among us who do not want to do that, who do not care to do that, whose goals are to waste everybody's time believing all sorts of sci-fi fantasy nonsense so that we don't accomplish anything. And if things don't happen, oh well, I guess it was just the Lord's will. I guess it was just God's will. God willed for Marcellus Williams to die. And that other gentleman that Jay mentioned yesterday, I forgot his name. But yeah, somebody can just say, oh, my bad, actually I lied. Actually, dude wasn't there at all. I made it up because I was afraid, because I didn't want the death penalty. And the government can say, we don't care. Owens, something Owens. Freddie Owens. Jesus ain't help him. Allah ain't help him. Buddha ain't help him. Krishna ain't help him. Vishnu ain't help him. Ain't none of these supposed sci-fi fantasy ideas helping anything or anyone. And if we just look at any situation every single day, all the things that happen every single day, all the people that die every single day, the people who have died every day for fucking decades, millennia, since humanity's inception, the Lord ain't stopped none of that, saved none of that. We, the people, had to figure out shit. Somebody had to figure out tuberculosis. Oh shit, here's this thing called a tuberculosis vaccine. Hey, here's this thing called penicillin. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you like wash your hands before you eat, that could actually prevent you getting some sort of disease. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you brush your fucking teeth, you might not get gingivitis. And we still have all sorts of conditions that people suffer from throughout the world. Matter of fact, let me show you something. We'll watch this later in the Discord. The link is on my page. It's on my page. We'll be heading there after the live. Check this out. It's one of my favorite channels. Now, before I show you, this is deeply disturbing, so viewer discretion is advised. I'm not even going to play the video. I'm just going to show you the fucking, the thumbnail and the channel. We'll watch the video in the Discord. But yeah, so, one of my favorite channels. Special books by special kids. This child was born without a pivotal part of the brain, the agenesis of the corpus callosum. And this is how he looks. Sad ass fucking shit. Sad shit. And there's all sorts of shit like that on this channel. All sorts of sad ass fucking shit. Let's go to the fucking videos, and let's go to the most popular of them all. Look at all these fucked up ass motherfuckers, man. All these horrible conditions that kids suffer from or are born with. All these rare conditions. Where the fuck is Jesus to solve any of this shit? To help with any of this shit? The hell is this shit? Hollerman Strife. Where is Jesus' prayers? Where are prayers to Allah helping any of this shit? Phil, thank you for joining, fam. William Syndrome. Christian the comedian. You see this? These are things that real people, real children are suffering from on a constant basis. Nobody wants to talk about none of this shit. Nobody wants to show us how Jesus or Allah is helping any of this shit. Period. All sorts of genetic conditions, all sorts of horrible things that happen to kids and that happen to real world people on a constant basis. And I don't see prayer solving any of that. That's why I love this channel. Because people can talk all that Jesus shit, that Allah shit all day. How is that stopping any of this? How's that stopping Nager syndrome? Whatever the fuck that is. How is that helping Down syndrome? How exactly is praying to Jesus helping that at all? You know what does help? The scientific method. Actually trying to understand the human brain, trying to understand human development, like actual physiological development, trying to understand neurology and psychopathology and psychology, all the fuck, understanding as much as we can about the human body, understanding as much as we can about material science, understanding as much as we can about medicine, so that we can use that knowledge to figure out ways to actually solve these things. That's why the CRISPR gene editing Cas9 program is starting to take off. Because they're actually figuring out the human genome and figuring out all these different ways to solve these things. They figured out a CRISPR-Cas9 cure for fucking, what's it called? Sickle cell. All this Jesus for all these thousands of years, and Jesus couldn't figure out sickle cell. Facts, brain organoids. But see, you don't learn that from reading the Bible. You don't learn that from praying to Jesus. You don't learn shit about brain, nothing. You don't learn nothing. Yo, we gonna be in there. We gonna be in there when we done, Phil. We gonna get there. Nah, I'm just playing. But thank you for joining. We gonna be chilling in the think tank. The think tank where we gonna be post live. Kicking it, shooting the shit, and learning real shit about fucked up ass shit in the real world, because the real world can be cruel. It can be harsh. It can be terrible. Bad things happen to good people. Good things happen to bad people all day, every day. It better be a good one, fam. I want to see some dope shit. For sure. So the fact of the matter is, in reality, we see bad things happen all the time. And as I always say, I understand why theism became theism, because we needed some way of trying to understand the world when we were just thrust here without an instruction manual. We just had to fend for ourselves and figure it out. But now we have this thing called the scientific method, which is our greatest tool for understanding reality. And that's why we need to get with it, get with the science. And look, people don't always perform science perfectly. People make mistakes in their experimentation. They make mistakes in their processes. We see scientific papers get published and then retracted because there was some error that was made. But at the end of the day, that's why it's so important for us to not only be scientifically literate, but for the peer review process to be strengthened, so that we ensure that we know what the fuck we're doing. That way, we constantly improve. We constantly evolve. We constantly innovate. And then by having a society of people that not only are scientifically literate, but that also are working towards creating a well-functioning society for ourselves, we have to focus on the fact that we have institutions in place that are harming us and get them the fuck on. Some of them had a great run. Oil companies, coal companies, they had a great run. The time for them to keep making money is over. It's time for them to let go. The politicians that get in office, they love to pretend like they know what they're doing. They clearly do not. They're not working for our best interests. They're not helping us create a well-functioning society. In many ways, our society is worsening. We can't even agree on the basics of reality. The whole reason why I started doing everything that I've been doing is because I literally had an argument with a dear friend of mine from college. We couldn't agree on 2 + 2 = 4. We could not. We had an argument for an hour over 2 + 2 = 4. And I had enough. I've had enough with the dumb shit, the goofy shit, the nonsense, the bullshit. I am sick of it. I'm sick of it. I don't care who I offend. I don't care who I make feel uncomfortable. Reality is uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable. Yes, literally. Literally. I shit you not. That's why I started doing this shit. Because I can't stand the bullshit. A college-educated person arguing with me over 2 + 2 = 4. Somebody who literally told me, yes, you can build a bridge without knowing how to build a bridge. You don't need to learn anything about construction. You don't need to know any geometry. You can just magically build a fucking bridge. Yes. Yes. A college-educated person. A person who, by other accounts, is a very intelligent person, which is why he was my friend. And yet I had to divorce myself from him because I'm like, yo, my dude, I'm sorry, but that's preposterous. That's ridiculous. And I'm not accepting it. I cannot be friends with somebody who would literally say these things to me directly. There is no fucking way. I'm sorry. There's no way I can be your friend anymore. Yeah, you can call me. Nah, I'm sorry. Nope. Because you're demonstrating to me something is fucking clearly wrong with your fucking brain. That we're having a literal argument about 2 + 2 = fucking 4, which is the whole point of all of this. We gotta go back to the drawing board. We as people gotta go back to the drawing board because we have too many people among us that can't accept the reality that their ideology just might not be the truth. Your ideology, I know that you want to believe it so bad. I know that you want to think that the Lord is so amazing and so wonderful and so great, that Jesus is so amazing and wonderful and so great, that Allah is so wonderful and amazing and so great. But unless you can show me exactly where this thing is, where this person is, and how this thing, person, whatever the fuck y'all claim it to be, if y'all can't show me where it is and how it actually helps us in an intangible, meaningful way, then I don't understand the point of you trying to talk to me about this thing. I don't know how the hell you can think you can possibly sell me on this idea if you can't show me the thing. That's like me telling you, yo, I got this knife, right? This knife, it can really cut well. You can use it to cut through. It's super sharp and it lasts for so long. It's the highest quality knife, but I can't show you. But you gotta buy it. You have to buy it, because if not, you're the worst person of all time. You're gonna go to the naughty place if you don't buy my knife, which I can't show you. So wait. You're going to step to me. You're going to come to my house. Come to my face. You're going to try to sell me this fucking super amazing knife that you can't show me. But you want me to give you money right now to buy this non-existent knife. And you really, really seriously think that you're going to convince me to buy this knife? Like, for real. Like, you're not being sarcastic. You're not being facetious. You're being serious. That's why I always say theists are the worst salespeople of all time, the absolute worst. Even though they've sold so much for so long. But they didn't do it convincing people just by, hey guys, buy this shit. They did it with force. They did it with coercion. They did it with fucking ignorance, willful ignorance, spreading ignorance, all types of fucking fraudulent means, manipulation, conditioning, propaganda, all of that. That's why even now they're they're spending money on commercials during the fucking Bears game. I can't watch the Bears without seeing a "He Gets Us" commercial. But I'm just saying, okay, who is he and where is he? Who is he and where is he? Oh, this Jesus character, where is he at right now? If he gets us, where is he? Why can't Christians give us a clear-cut answer? If Allah is so wonderful, why do Muslims get so offended if you draw a picture of this guy, Muhammad? What is so wrong about drawing a picture of this dude? Even if it's in jest, even if it's satire, why y'all getting so offended? You know, Allah is so real and so true. Allah is the realest, truest thing in the fucking universe. He created the universe. So what are you getting mad about? Why you gotta fly planes in the buildings? Why you gotta shoot up newspaper fucking buildings? Why y'all gotta do shit like that? If y'all got Allah on your side and he's right there, what the fuck is the temper tantrum for? The fuck is the terrorism for? You have the truth. See me? I know I have the truth. I don't have to lift a finger to attack anybody. You want to make fun of me? I've had so many people make fun of me. Those of you who are in the chat, y'all was there on my last TikTok. Y'all saw that clown, that troll coming through, making accounts using my pictures. Making accounts. The ultimate crybaby. Using the picture of me. Making a troll account of me. Y'all see me being like, that's it. I'm going to grab my 9 and I'm going to spray. No, like, I'm not worried about that shit. I'm not mad about that shit. Do you know how much of a fucking loser they gotta be to go out of their way to do all of that? To make fun of me? And all I'm trying to do is understand nature reality? So if you fucking theists, if you Christians, if you Muslims were so correct, if your position was so true, then what the fuck are you mad at? The hell are you mad at? I don't remember. Who cares? Who cares? They're clowns. See, the thing is, I know I have the truth because all I gotta do is ask you basic, simple ass questions to demonstrate how you theists don't know what the hell you're talking about. That's all I gotta do. I don't have to go way out of my way. I don't have to get in fisticuffs with anybody to prove my point. All I have to do is say, oh, the Lord is real. Where is it? Right now. It's 3:58 p.m. Central Standard Time on September the 25th, 2024. Where exactly is your God thing? Where's your Jesus, your Allah, and your fucking whatever your brand of nonsense is? Where is it? All you have to do is just show me where exactly it's at. You can convince me. You can convince us all right now. If Marcellus Williams had a way to show us Allah, and Allah can say, yes, I am here to confirm Marcellus Williams is innocent. He is not guilty of this crime. He wasn't even present. He was set up. It was actually so-and-so and such who did it. Then Marcellus Williams would be alive today. Like literally today. I know, right? Like that's sad as fuck. His last words were, I love my family, I love the world, and this is a great miscarriage of justice, or any of that. It's, I love Allah, Allah's wonderful. Some bullshit like that. And at the end of the day, he's still dead. And if he was actually innocent, that makes this whole shit even worse. So the fact of the matter is, believing in any of this nonsense is not going to help us as a society. It's not going to help us improve as a society. It's not going to help us create a well-functioning society, because if it did, then why aren't we number 1 on the Global Peace Index here in America? Why is America not number 1 on the Global Peace Index? Matter of fact, why aren't we in the top 100 on the Global Peace Index? You know, because everybody believes in the Lord. We got literally 60% of the population that believes in Jesus. 60%. That believes in Jesus. And yet, we see the bullshit that we see on a constant basis. We see shit happening to Christians on a constant basis. Things that are being caused by Christians on a constant basis. To and fro. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Yes, it does. They always do. Ask Dylan Roof. His weapons work plenty against Christians. Plenty. He unalived a lot of Christians. And he himself is probably a Christian. I don't know what the hell the dude believes. And who cares? He's a fucking sick person. Yeah. Literally billions upon billions of these delusional people. I was once among them. That's why I do what I do. It's not because I hate people. It's not because I want to make people feel bad. It's the exact opposite. Because we need to get our heads out of our ass if we want to continue to survive and thrive as a human species. And that's what it's all about. Like, if those 3.7 billion people, instead of subscribing to their fucking bullshit, we're actually working interdependently with synergy with us to help understand the nature of reality, who the hell knows what we could accomplish? There's so much we could accomplish. If people were directly contributing to all the efforts that are working towards understanding the nature of reality, and they wanted to ensure that we as human beings create a sustainable planet, a planet that has a great environment, not just in terms of the actual literal environment itself, but our society, our social environment, our ability to coexist as people. If we work towards actually making that happen in a tangible, meaningful way, who knows what we could accomplish? And who knows how short of a time we could accomplish it? Mind you, you're talking about fucking 4 billion people. 4 billion! 4 billion people. 4 billion. 4 billion people. You can't tell me if we weren't all working together that we couldn't accomplish amazing things. Because we've already done it despite the bullshit. Despite all the people that subscribe to these ridiculous ideas, we've still been able to develop civilization. Civilization came about as a result of our discoveries of technology, as a result of our discoveries of the nature of reality, our discoveries of how we can manipulate our reality to our collective benefit, from fire to the will to fucking agriculture. All these things came about as a result of technology. I know people don't like to think of it that way, but yes, fire is technology, or our usage of fire. And then here's another amazing thing, right? This might blow your mind if you never thought about it. Our planet is the only one that we know of that has fire because we're the only planet we know of that has life. Earth. The only planet with fire because we have life. Ain't that some shit? Now, obviously, we haven't discovered every single planet and every single star system out there. There's literally, I can't tell you how many. Billions of galaxies with billions of stars each. Billions of galaxies each with billions of stars. So I don't even know what the fuck the math of that is like. I mean, we're talking about preposterous numbers. I don't even know how you... What's a billion times a billion? I don't fucking know. I ain't did the math. And despite all that, we're the only ones with fire because we're the only ones that we know of with life. Lady, what up, what up? Ain't seen you in a while. Does Marcellus Wallace look like a bitch? Then why are you trying to play him like... Yo. Hit that like button, by the way. But no, we was talking about... and that's one of my favorite movies, by the way. One of my favorite movies. A lot of people say it's overrated. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you. No, we were talking about Marcellus Williams, the gentleman in Missouri who was executed yesterday for a crime that he alleged that he didn't commit. And so what I was saying was, if it's true that he didn't commit that crime, His belief in Allah did not save him. It didn't help him. It didn't save him. It didn't fix shit. His last words were saying that Allah is awesome. Allah is, here, let me pull it up. All praise be to Allah in every situation. My whole thing is, if we assume, for the sake of argument, that he was indeed innocent, the fuck are you giving praise to Allah for? Because Allah has the power, if it was real, to help him this whole time. Could have helped him and it didn't. It could have and it didn't. At all. You know what I'm saying? And we've seen so many situations where that same shit happens. So many people who were innocent, who've been on death row and been killed for crimes that they didn't commit. Their religious beliefs didn't save them from any of it. Now, if there is this thing, this being, this entity thing, whatever they claim it to be, the super developer in the sky, the super program developer, the super duper universe creator, whatever they claim it to be, if it was real and they had such a direct connection to it, then why doesn't it actually help them? Why does this thing never do anything that's actually useful? We have people right now who are dying from various conditions all over the world, whether we're talking about health conditions or war situations, international conflicts, you know what I'm saying, domestic conflicts. Where is the Lord for any of that? We were talking earlier. We got a war between Israel and Palestine. Both of them think that they have the right God. And I don't see either of their gods coming through to say, hey, this is what it is. I don't see Allah being like, yo, Allah, I'm Allah, the Palestinians right. I don't see fucking Yahweh coming through being like, no, Israel right. They deserve your land. I told them 2,000 or however many thousand years ago, this is their land. So give it up now or else. Or I don't see none of that. All I see is a bunch of people fighting over nothing. That's all I see. Bunch of people fighting over fucking nothing and accomplishing what exactly? Not a fucking thing other than just a useless waste of human life. People who could be contributing positively to the improvement of society, to the improvement of the human condition. Instead, we see the opposite. We see people losing their lives. We see people dying on a constant basis. We see everything constantly getting fucked up all over the world. And I don't see Jesus. I don't see Allah. I don't see nobody that these people worship coming through to do shit. I don't see them coming through to do shit. Period. I don't see nothing. All I see is death, suffering, terrible fucking bullshit, famine, rape, all kinds of crazy shit happening on a constant basis. And I don't see anybody really trying to do shit about it other than, vote for me, and I promise something bullshit. It don't matter which party you talking about. Don't matter the Democrats, don't matter the Republicans. They gonna get in office and they're gonna fucking bomb some more people. They're gonna continue to give money to Israel, and Israel gonna use that money to keep bombing Palestine, and Palestine gonna keep fighting back, and it's just gonna be a cycle of violence, and for what exactly? For what? If God was real, if there was this thing, this entity, why doesn't it just come down and say, hey guys, here's the deal, okay? I want these people to reign over everything. So, hey, here you go. Oh shit. Yo, lady, you might have my vote. I could use a blowy right about now. Hey, I could use some. You're hooking a brother up. Hook a brother up. You know, I was going to vote for Jill Stein, right? Because I like her platform, but you know what? You convinced me. I could use a blowy or several, like ASAP. But no, what was I saying? Blowies? I mean, oh yes, Allah, 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 Allah. God, if you're listening, help, help. He ain't doing it. It ain't work. It ain't work. It ain't work. He don't seem to be helping at all. Hey, 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 watch it, Silk. Watch it. Watch it. Knock it off with that shit. No, he does not. No, he does not get it. You know what? Now you done lost my vote. Fuck out of here with that shit. Fuck out of here with that shit. Well, if that's the case, then I don't want none of your shit. Fuck out of here with that. If that's what it's gonna be, then you instantly lost me. You lost me. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's not for me. Nah. Cisgendered female. Nah, no. I have no idea what the fuck that is. You're not gonna get me to say it unless you could show me there's some shit I wanna say. Cause we already had some weird shit motherfuckers wanna be showing me yesterday. I ain't with no more. I ain't with none of that shit. You can do that shit on your own time. I don't need to know. I don't wanna know. That's how y'all wanna get down? Hey, do that over there. This is the no fucking cap zone. We have a strict dress code. Knock it the hell off with the cap and shit. Alright? Put a cap on that cap and shit and get the fuck on. Move around. Move around. The problem isn't that it's perverted. It's that it's not my cup of tea, some of the shit that people be into. That's all I'm saying. You can say it's a peanut butter and marshmallow thick chick sandwich. I'd be like, hell yeah, I'm all day. But you want to say it's a marshmallow and peanut butter and cop and ball sandwich? Nah, you losing me. Nah. Hey, there might be people who's that's their thing. You know what I'm saying? That's what they could get on. And that could be their shit. Just not my cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? I'm a coffee drinker. You feel me? I don't even drink tea like that. Just saying. Just saying. I don't care. 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 I ain't care. I don't care. I don't even care. Where the hell is Jesus, all right? Miss me all this distraction shit. Where's the Lord? Where's Jesus? Where's Allah? Where's Buddha? Allahu Akbar? Allahu Akbar. Where's Krishna? Vishnu? Any of this bullshit? Where the fuck is that shit? Where's the fuck? What the fuck? Where the fuck? This? Where the fuck is this shit that y'all love to worship so much? If it's so amazing and so wonderful and we need to listen to worship it, and where is it? Where is it? Where in the fucking fluffernutter is that shit? Where's the fluffernutter is that shit? Where? We've been streaming for 2 hours. I ain't seen a single thing that's come through and be like, yo, here's the Lord. Here's the Lord. Here I came with a free fluffernutter for everyone. Fluffer nuts for everyone. Hey, would you like me to fluff your nuts? Pray tell. I don't see it. I don't see it. And my nuts could use some fluffing. Preferably with somebody's mouth. Particularly cisgendered female human beings. Just saying, you know. Fuck if I know. You must have a fucking Apple phone. That's probably the problem. I don't know. I don't know what the problem is. All I know is I'd rather somebody fluff my nuts than pray for me. I mean, I mean, I mean, I mean. Why wouldn't you be? Why wouldn't you be? Oh shit. Motherfuckers trying to see what's good. Motherfuckers trying to see what's good. You know thick blondes with huge jugs are always doable. Always. Oh, potentially inappropriate message. No, you shouldn't delete them. If it's real, then it's real. The real is the real. Oh shit. Oh yeah, you late as hell, Phil. I mean, unless you're saying it happened the third time. Unless you're saying that there's been a third attempt, but yeah, somebody definitely did. Gary, what up? What up? What up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming through. You late as hell, but hey, better late than never. We're just talking about how ridiculous our society is, how people want to believe all these ridiculous things, and how, despite what people believe, it doesn't seem to actually help people in real life, like in real life situations. It doesn't appear that people actually be knowing what the hell they're talking about, because when we have real situations happen in real life, they don't actually help us. What the fuck? Well, see, the thing is, this is why I say we have a mental health crisis in the world, right? Is Trump the greatest person on earth? Hell no. Of course not. Dude don't be knowing what the hell he's talking about half the time. And yet, despite that, I disagree with people all the time about all types of shit. Doesn't mean that I want to go out of my way to unalive them, because see, unlike them, I actually care about whether or not what I say is true. I care whether or not what I say, what I think, what I believe is true, whether or not it actually comports with the reality that we inhabit. That's my whole shit. If what I believe is true, I should be able to communicate that. I should not have to fight somebody, to engage in fisticuffs, to grab a weapon to try to get my point across, because to me, that doesn't get my point across. If anything, that just means I'm a goofy. Only goofies resort to violence because they can't prove their point. Normal people, if you actually have the truth, you can demonstrate it to the world. Whatever it is. And if you can't, it's okay to say, you know what? I just don't know. I want to believe it, but I don't know if it actually is true. Yeah. I like to use euphemisms and stuff like that. And this is the problem that we have in our current society, in our American society. People don't care about whether or not what they believe is true. They claim they do, even though they know damn well don't be knowing what the fuck they talking about. They be capping all day. They be bullshitting all day. They be asserting bullshit all day. And then when you call them out on it, that's when they want to get mad. That's when they want to start pulling the grabbing the AK and letting it spray all up in your way. Because if they knew what they were talking about, it should not be difficult for them to do it, to demonstrate it, to show us that what they are saying is true. If Marcellus Williams is innocent, his belief in the Lord, Allahu Akbar, should have saved him. Anybody in that situation that believes in the Lord or whatever brand of delusion they suffer from, they should be able to demonstrate that's not a delusion, that's actually real, that actually is truthful and real, and it helps people, and it should be able to help them. Because if you're innocent, then what the fuck? If this thing is so real, it should be able to show us, no, he or she or they are innocent. That's the problem. That is the problem. That we have a nation, a globe, full of people who are so egotistical and so delusional they just can't admit when they're wrong about something. They act like it's the worst thing in the world just to say, you know what, I thought this, but it's not true. I wanted to believe it. It made me feel so good, but it just doesn't comport with the reality we actually inhabit. I said this, I thought this, I believed this, but every time I pray to God, I pray, please help the world, help this, help that, do this, do that. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. And it's time that in the modern age, people got their heads out of their asses and realized that shit don't work, and it never will. It never has, it never will. It never has, it never will. In real world scenarios, it doesn't happen. Go to St. Jude's Children's Hospital, or go to any children's hospital. Go to freaking Afghanistan or Iraq or anything like that. Pray for peace. Pray for their cancer to be healed, leukemia, any of these different things. Pray for it to be healed and see how well that works. See how well that works. And I'm talking about, you know what? Remove them from the hospital. Don't give them any medical treatment. Just pray. Because, you know, prayer is so wonderful. It's so funny because the other day I was watching, for those of you who may not be aware, there is this, a former football player turned media conglomerate named one Shannon Sharp. And he just had this recent, let's just say mishap where he was, you know, let's just say bow chicka wow wow. He was getting his bow chicka wow wow on. And apparently he was accidentally streaming on IG Live, and they captured the whole shit on audio. At least the last minute or so, whatever. So I was watching his video about him addressing the situation, and toward the end, his podcast partner, one Chad Johnson, aka Ocho Cinco, he said this thing where he was like, well, you know, it's not really anything that a little prayer can't cure. And I'm just like, yes, there is. How about like every fucking thing in the world? Prayer don't cure shit. It don't. It don't. It don't. It never has and it never will. Never has and never will. No, we can't tell them that. We can't tell them that because we know that shit happens, but it rarely happens. It's not like, oh, 98% of people with cancer go through remission after prayer. We've had people die from cancer for fucking millennia, since the inception of humanity, before people even knew cancer was a thing. Before people even knew cancer was a thing. Before, people just would die and they'd be like, what the fuck is happening? Now we know, oh shit, there's this thing called cancer. If prayer worked, it would always work. And we wouldn't see these rare situations where it goes to remission. It would just work. It would always work, and then shit, I wouldn't be sitting here. I'd be praying right now. Please, Lord, please cure everybody with cancer, and it would work. In fact, I would need to do it because there's so many people already doing it. I would need to do shit. I'd just be sitting here happy as a fucking whatever theist because whatever brand of theism I subscribe to would be working, and I'd just be living, loving the world, living in it because theism is so true and so real. All I would have to do is be like, please God, and then boom, it works, and then that's it. But that's not how real life happens. That's not how real life works. Exactly. Exactly. No, don't worry. Don't worry. Your child is in a better place. It was in God's plan. The Lord said that your son would develop cancer, leukemia, and therefore he had to die at 8 years old. But hey, I saved 15% of my car insurance. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. My Boston Celtics won the championship. Ain't God great? Ain't God great? Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. At the end of the day, we got to get real. What are we trying to do? What are we trying to do? Believing in Jesus doesn't help us with any of this shit. Believing in Allah doesn't help us with any of this shit. It didn't help Marcellus, and it'll never help the next person that happens to. These things do not happen. Believing in the Lord Jesus does not make you a fucking super amazing, awesome person. Because if it did, then everybody who's a fucking Jesus freak, everybody who's an Allah freak, they would just be making the world awesome. They'd be curing every disease. They'd be ending homelessness. They'd be ending world hunger. They would be solving all the world's major problems because all they would have to do was pray and everything would happen. Oh, no. I mean, look. They only have the most championships in NBA history, which means they must be the most favored by the Lord, right? Which must mean that God must hate my Chicago Bulls, must hate my Chicago Bears because he couldn't help my Bears win this past Sunday. But, you know, God has his favorites, I guess. You know what I'm saying? And he just picks and chooses his favorites on the regular basis. He's just like, you know what? You, yes, you're going to win the lottery. You, yes, you're going to get killed by a serial killer in a terrible way. Sorry, that's just my plan. That's just how I wanted it. Hey, you know what I'm saying? It's not my fault that you just so happen to be... Actually, it is. You were in the way of the Green River Killers. So, hey, I mean, my bad. I mean, what you want me to say? What you want me to say? What you want me to say? Hey. No bear slander up in here. You will be excommunicated. You will. You will. You will. You will. You will. I don't play that shit. I don't play that shit. Ha 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 ha. Get your jokes in. No, knock it the fuck off. Knock it the fuck off. Knock it the fuck off. Knock it off. Oh, you're one of... I should block you right now just for that. Just for that. Just for that. Fuck out of here with that shit. God, why the fuck do they have to kick our ass all the fucking time? What the fuck? Why can't you let us beat these fuckers one time? One time! One time, you fuck! What was I saying? That's how you know ain't no God. Because these fucking slackers always be beating us all the time. That's how you know God ain't real. Fuck y'all. Yep, God ain't real. The slackers always beat our ass somehow. Somehow, no matter what. Ain't no God. Ain't none. Ain't none. He allows the slackers to win every single time. That one time, oh shit, Aaron Rodgers got hurt. Yes, we might could win. Then he comes back and beats our fucking ass. What the fuck? The God of the gods hates me, period. No, that's how you know it's fake. That's how you know it's fake. Because if God was real, he can at least explain to us why he loves the fucking slackers and don't like the Bears. Why we can't just have a good-ass quarterback that just is good. Every time, every single time. No, you don't. You believe in cheese. That's why y'all cut it so fucking much. All that gas y'all be getting. Fuck all that shit. Matter of fact, I don't even want to talk no more. I mean, we won the first game. I am too. I am too. That's the year I was born too. I wasn't alive at the time, so I've never seen it. The fact of the matter is, I'd like to see it happen in my lifetime. Like, soon. I seen the Sox win. I seen the Cubs win. It's time for Bears and Bulls now. I was too young to appreciate the Bulls. It was like, oh, Michael Jordan, he's the greatest. Yeah, totally. Well, it was actually 86. But that's neither here nor there. 86 is the year. Yes, you're right. I do need help. We all need help. Cheryl, we all need help. Thank you for coming through. Hit that like and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell. But the fact of the matter is, Cheryl, we all need help. And people who are theists can't seem to figure out where this God thing is so that it can actually help us. That's the problem. Because if the Lord, whatever brand of the Lord that you love the most, if it was real, where is it? Cheryl, can you point me to its exact location right now? It's 4:34 p.m. Central Standard Time on September the 25th, 2024 AD. Where is the Lord? Where is Allah? Where is Krishna? Whatever it is you believe, where is it right now? This second, like as of right now. Eric, what up? If you hit that like button, I'll let you know. Eric, hit that like button, I'll let you know. Thank you. The mobile charger is up your ass. You need to pull it out and then fucking plug it up. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Cheryl, you went silent all of a sudden. Where'd you go? Cheryl. 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 No problem, son. I'm so proud of you. Cheryl, where'd you go? What happened? Cheryl. 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 Sweetie Pooh. Honey. Where'd you go? Where'd she go? Where's Cheryl? Does anybody know where Cheryl went? Where did Cheryl go? Where's Cheryl? Cheryl, Cheryl, Cheryl. Cheryl! My darling Cheryl. Where did you go, hun? Where did you go? Help me, Cheryl. I need help, so help me, please. Please, Cheryl, help me. Help me, Cheryl. I need your help. Yes, you're right. I do need help, and I need your help. Where did you go? You know you're my favorite transgender porn actor, Eric. You, of course. You're always my favorite, son. You know I always support anything that you do. I accept you for who you are. By the way, where did Cheryl go? I guess she doesn't want to help me. And I love you as well, son. You can go on and suck all the cocks that you want to suck. Long as you're staying safe and bringing home the bacon. Whatever the fuck that means. Anyway, you know what the fuck you at. You're in the no cap zone. We have a strict dress code around here. Knock it off with that capping ass bullshit. The only cap allowed around these parts, boy and girls. You think you cap. Otherwise, you can miss me all that goofy shit. You can miss me all that nonsense. So, I think I done made my point clear. I think I made my point pretty fucking clear. Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Krishna, Vishnu, whatever brand of delusion that you subscribe to, I don't care what it is, it ain't actually helping nothing. It's not solving nothing, it's not helping nothing. When people like Marcellus Williams are put on death row, you can believe any of that, all of that don't matter. You're going to die. If the state says you're gonna die, Jesus ain't gonna help you. Allahu Akbar. You can say that 20,000 times and pray to the east. It ain't gonna help you. It's not gonna help you, especially if you're innocent. If you're innocent, they don't give a fuck. They said, oh, new DNA evidence. Oh, word, who cares? You're gonna die anyway. Jesus ain't intervening. Allah ain't intervening. None of these fools are intervening. If the state says that you are going to die, god damn it, you're dead. You're dead, period. As I always say, all those little incantations and spells that you want to give don't matter. You're still subject to the laws of physics no matter what. Bullet trajectories do not care about your spirituality bullshit at all. You can believe that fucking having special crystals, special rocks, a special book, a special chain, a special hat might make you somehow protected. It does not. It's not going to stop a headshot. It's not going to stop a chest shot. It's not going to stop a stomach shot. It's not going to stop any shot. Every now and then you might get super lucky and survive, but I highly doubt you want to keep testing that hypothesis, because we've seen too many stories of people who thought that they were going to do that, and it failed. That's why I tell y'all, Check out your boy. Matter of fact, I'm going to just show y'all. Jamie Coots. Pastor Jamie Coots. Pastor Jamie Coots. The wonderful, amazing, the Lord blessed Jamie Coots. You look like Matt Dillahunty right there. Look, it's ABC News. Stop that. It says it right here. The snake-handling pastor of a small Pentecostal church in Kentucky died after being bitten by a rattlesnake during a weekend church service. Jamie Coots, the pastor of the Full Gospel Tabernacle in Jesus' name. The Full Gospel Tabernacle in Jesus' name. In Middlesboro, Kentucky, was handling a rattlesnake during a service when he was bitten on his right hand Saturday night. But when the ambulance arrived at 8:30 p.m., the EMS team found that Coots had gone home, according to a statement from the Middlesboro Police Department. Middlesboro Police Chief Jeff Sharp told ABC News that according to people at the church, Coots verbally refused treatment at the church. He said Coots was unconscious when he got to his house. When the ambulance crew arrived at Coots' home, his wife Linda Coots signed a form declining medical treatment, police said. The snake-handling pastor's son, Cody Coots, said his father had handled the snake that bit him many times before. The snake that bit him, we've been carrying him to the church for about 4 months, Cody Coots told CBS affiliate WYMT in Hazard, Kentucky. Funny name, Hazard, Kentucky. It's been carried hundreds of times, handled all kinds of times, but now when it's your time to go, it's your time to go. It's your time to go. It's your time to go. Well, it didn't have to be his time to go. Because it says right here, it's estimated that 125 churches in the United States use poisonous snakes during services today, with many clustered in the South. In tiny churches tucked away in rural Appalachia, snake handling is a long-standing tradition, one that took root in this region more than a century ago. These pastors believe that to take up serpents is a form of religious expression. In the King James Bible, Mark 16:18 says, "They shall take up serpents, and if they drink any deadly thing, it shall not hurt them." Coots and his followers believe because he died like an idiot. They believe that God calls upon them to handle venomous serpents and to drink other poisons. Even if they are bitten, they will refuse medical treatment because they believe that they are worthy of God's fate and that their fate is in God's hands. The fuck is the point of that? What? Look, why don't you just say you're suicidal, okay? Just say that you're suicidal, you don't want to live on earth, you don't want to be alive, you want to die, and that you don't want to continue living because you hate life. Miss me with all of that. The Lord says that you're supposed to do that because your ancient sci-fi fantasy novel says that makes sense. No, it does not. That's why you fucking died. All of that, you've been preaching the Lord, preaching the Lord, preaching the Lord, and then not only do you die, you died because you refused the treatment. You didn't have to die. It's not like, oh, there's nothing that can be done. No, they said, fuck that. We believe in the Lord more than the scientific method, and got his stupid ass killed for no fucking good ass reason. And the sad part, people still subscribe to this shit. They still believe in this shit. And I'm just trying to understand, what the hell is the point of that? The hell is the point of that? What is the point of doing that? What does it accomplish? How exactly does this improve the world? How does it improve the nation? How does it improve our quality of life as people, as citizens, as Americans, as human beings, that these fucking delusional people are handling poisonous snakes? What exactly does that do? What exactly does that do? How exactly does that help us as a society? How exactly does that help us as people create a well-functioning society for ourselves, that you have these lunatics that want to handle poisonous snakes? What does that do? Marcellus Williams, all praise be to Allah. Okay, what did that do? If the Lord was real, why would it want you to do that? If the Lord has such an understanding, a complete mastery of the laws of physics, of medicine, material science, why would it not want you and any of us to do the same thing, to understand shit? Why would it not want you to go get your stupid ass to the hospital if you get bitten by a venomous snake? Why the hell would it want you to do that? Why? 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 By the way, where the fuck is it anyway to confirm or deny that that's actually what it said? How do you know that this thing, if it's so real and so true, said that? Where is it right now so it can tell us, show us that it actually says that? That it said, yes, if you handle poisonous snakes, you will be totally fine. Why would it want you to even do that? What the fuck does that accomplish? See, this is what people need to understand. This is delusional nonsense. Anybody with the brain would know that trying to handle a venomous snake is not something you should do unless you are a trained professional. And if you get bitten because of some mishap, get some goddamn anti-venom in your fucking body and stop acting like an idiot. But, hey, he wanted to win the Darwin Award, so he got it. It's just a senseless loss of life, because Jamie Coots could have been helping us discover various aspects of reality. He could have helped us discover maybe some new kind of snake venom or some shit. But instead, he wanted to die for no fucking reason because he wanted to believe his sci-fi fantasy novel was true, and now he is no longer with us. What does it take? What will it take for people to realize this shit does not work? What will it take for people to realize this does not help us at all in any tangible, meaningful way? That this bullshit does not actually help us create a well-functioning society for ourselves at all? At all! It does not help us in any way, shape, or form. It's sad. It's pathetic because this shit doesn't need to happen. It doesn't need to happen ever. It never needs to happen. At the end of the day, we are the people. We as the people need to figure out what the hell is the actual truth. We do. We got to do the work to figure it out. And yes, you're exactly right. They are difficult to dismantle. He definitely wanted to go home. He did go home. He went to the upper room where Jesus. Yeah. Agreed. Religion has no place in education other than to learn the history of it and how it has impacted our society for the worse. Yes, cults are difficult to dismantle because they're all cults. All religions are cults. The mainstream religions are just mainstream cults. They're all cults. That's why my goal is to form the anti-cult coalition. By challenging them. Oh yeah? What you're saying is true? Show us. Show us. Show us. What you're saying is true? Show us. Where's your supreme being right now? It's where exactly? So if I pull up a map, you can show us on this map that it's somewhere, right? Right. Now get the fuck off with that shit. The time is now for people far and wide to realize don't none of that shit help us. Period. Marcellus Williams had to find out the hard way. Believing in Allah did not mean shit. It did not matter how often he was going around preaching his bullshit to his fellow inmates. At the end of the day, he is no longer with us. The state decided that he was guilty and he is done. Whether he's guilty or not, Allah did not help him. If he was guilty, he could have still had life in prison. But regardless, if he was innocent or not, Allah did not do nothing for this dude. At all. And it don't do nothing for anybody. It don't do nothing for anybody. All these fools that want to believe in this Allah bullshit, we see them committing all kinds of heinous shit for their ridiculous beliefs. Oh, you want to dance? I'm going to throw acid on your face. You shouldn't have fun at all. You're supposed to be cloaked in a giant fucking trash bag, hiding your entire body, not having any fun, worshiping this non-existent entity that said, supposedly thousands of years ago, some bullshit. No. How about knock it off, 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 knock it the fuck off. Only y'all. Every single one of y'all. You. What we need to do, get our heads out of our ass, get real with reality so that we can work together interdependently with synergy to create a well-functioning society for ourselves. We ain't always going to get it right. We're not going to be perfect with everything that we do. We're not going to agree on everything. We're going to have conflicts, but the goal is resolutions. We should be a solutions-based entity. We should be a solutions-based society, not one that thinks that thoughts and prayers is the solution to everything because they ain't solving nothing. All these mass shootings that happen, you give your thoughts and prayers, and there's still mass shootings happening, and then you're still giving thoughts and prayers. What is it going to take for people to realize that thoughts and prayers are useless? They're useless, completely useless. That we as people actually need to be doing the work to try to understand what the fuck is going on upstairs. So instead of giving thoughts and prayers, we could give solutions. Real solutions. Hey, we need to give people therapy. We need to figure out the human brain. We need to figure out different forms of treatments, better forms of treatments, individualized forms of treatment for specific people that work for them, to make them chill the fuck out and not think, hey, if I grab the AK and let it spray all up in the fucking school or at the fucking grocery store, at the Walmart, at the fucking church, instead let me just chill the fuck out. Let me actually do something useful. Let me do something positive. Let me try to figure out some shit. Let me try to solve an equation. Let me try to invent some new technology that makes people's lives better. Let me try to come up with some new medicine that's going to help people actually deal with their issues, their pain. Maybe it can even cure their problems. Let me try to figure out some new method for improving people's lives that actually works instead of doing some dumb shit that's going to fuck everybody over and fuck me over. How about that? How about that? So, I'm going to stop it right there. I'm going to conclude it right there. Make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe, turn on the notification bell. Make sure that you join the Discord where we will be heading in just a few minutes. I'm going to take a little break and then we're going to chill out, hang out, build community with the real people who get it, the people who want to help make the world a better place in real life while we are alive, instead of hoping that someday, one day when we die, that maybe we might go to the happy place. Why can't Earth be the happy place right now, right here, while we're alive? Right? Why can't we do that? Check out the Ultimate Rage Outrageous EP, available on all streaming platforms. Check out the Ultimate Rage Furious Styles Volume 1 mixtape in the Discord where we will be heading right now. Check out the whole shit under the Oldie9 Music tab. Just check it out. You know what I'm saying? Join the Patreon, $5 a month. You get access to exclusives. You get access to behind the scenes shit. You know what I'm saying? Music that's not out there that you can only find here in the Patreon. All that. All right? If I don't see y'all, enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your week. Be safe. And the rest of y'all know what the fuck this was. This was the No Cap Zone, where we have a super duper strict dress code. You missed me with your capping ass bullshit. The only cap that's allowed around these parts, the only kind of cap that's allowed around here, your thinking cap. Otherwise, miss me with that goofy ass, cap ass, bullshit ass garbage. Miss me with all of that. Miss me with all of that. Alright? Don't make me slap people. Maybe something. Peace out, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.